Welcome everybody to the Deckbox Masters, and we're live right now for game number 1. We have Nathan Chow and Stephen Howatt,
How many
Genestealer
drops do you put down?
cults
Just make sure I have.
versus
I've only put
Aeldari.
3.
Okay, oh, then I owe you one.
Currently doing deployment.
I will put a marker down here.
Can you move that book, please?
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
I have 2 of them. Life and temperature over here. Yes.
I will put another marker down in here.
And you do know that these buildings are all obscured, right?
Yeah, so these are obscuring. Are these ones considered obscuring?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Very good.
You guys can probably move those music stands if you don't want them there. If you're not using them.
Right.
I will put
Sorry? Yeah.
another marker down here. Another marker down here. I've got 7 down.
Yeah, this stream's gonna be a little different than our normal stream, guys. Obviously, we can't help or this is an official
1,
tournament.
2, 3,
It's our
4,
first tournament
5,
stream, though, so that's pretty exciting.
6, 7, 8.
If you guys have any questions, though, let us know in the chat. We're gonna have the list up soon, though. For you guys.
So we said these are dense. These are all the big ones are obscuring. The footprint of these. Do you want to just say the diagonal here?
Yep.
Okay. Because he said specifically they're not one root, they're 2 roots. So we'll do a diagonal line here as the footprint. I owe you 2 more. I put a marker down here. I put a marker over here.
What's the longest range guns you have?
36. Oh no, the autocannons are 48, but there's like 4 autocannons total. Okay, I
And
think
what's
that's all.
36?
Sorry,
What's 36?
these guys are 36. They're D3. They're D3 last hand shots, plus a heavy stubber, or no, 2 heavy stubbers. I put a unit. So my solo Ridge Runner is the one with the antenna. The ones that are paired don't have antenna. How many drops do you have left? Just measure before I formally put them down. I just want to measure my moves here. Oh, what were your secondaries?
No prisoners.
Yep.
Force scry or the Eldar special one, the scryer one.
And what's that do?
One of my psychers has to go to a objective and
Do an action.
do an action
Very good.
and engage on all fronts.
Very good. I have taken behind enemy lines, retrieve Nachmund data. I have taken an ambush, which is the special Genestealer cult one. I have to kill one of your units with a crossfire exposed and auto reception. And I have to double. I don't think I get an extra point for doing all this. I'm gonna go double check.
Maybe, but
I believe that concludes my deployment.
Oh yes, don't worry. I'm gonna get
So you have a Farseer with the Falchus thing, the Baharoth, and you have a Farseer on Skyrim.
Mhm.
Oh, you don't? Do you have warlocks?
I do right here.
Oh, that's
I
a
don't know
Seer
if the
concept.
Wi-Fi that comes.
So the weird facey bikes are the warlocks. Gotcha.
It is.
Oh, I'm done. So you do.
But it looks like it's forward, yeah.
Oh, that's obnoxious. There's 31 dice.
So your side told 300 one saving covered, the other 0 saving.
It's pretty logical.
Pretty logical.
And we're talking all kinds.
Sorry?
So we're talking a lot.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I am deep in thought.
Well, good for you.
Well, competitive 40K is won in the first 2 rounds anyway. So.
Here we go.
Oh,
Can't get in there
Nathan's
at all,
about to
can't get
Nathan's
in
about
there.
to
Okay,
recite
are we
his
deployed?
passage.
Nope.
No.
Every game. It gives him super.
Just cringe.
And one of those is even which is I roll 9 dice. I roll 9 dice on statement or more, but if I pass it on a 9 plus, I get 5.
All right, I'm now deployed.
All right, before we begin, I would like to recite a prayer.
Yes, you will.
Emperor of man, overseer of all things right, whose power none can resist, save and deliver us, we beseech, from the hands of our enemies. By granting us dominion over them, show us the path to victory, that we might produce it in your undying name.
Wow. And with that, let's go battle round 1.
Okay, shall we roll for first turn?
We shall. 4.
I go first,
Good.
which means I can now complete my deployments. For those not familiar with Genestealer cults, I now just put everything down.
Yeah.
So, what are these? These are Wind Riders?
Yep.
Okay, they're T4?
Yep.
Okay.
2 wounds each.
Is it one unit here that's contiguous with everything
Correct.
in here? Okay, very good. Okay. I start by putting my Genestealers down here. Everyone has to come in. So the first guy goes in with 1 inch, and everyone within 6 inches of him. Oh, before I even do that, I take away one of these. This is my neophyte unit that goes into strategic reserve. So this red one here.
Okay.
I then make my pregame moves. And right off the hop, I declare that this unit is deploying my first Nachmund data. And because they're a unit of 6, they will complete without fail. Unless you somehow kill them, which I suppose could happen. But probably not.
What that means they can't do anything for the rest of the turn.
Yes, so they're not doing anything else. They're finished.
All right, we got first Nacho data.
Are those Dire Avengers on the top or are they on the ground floor?
Top.
They're on the top, so they're visible.
Correct.
Okay, very good. This guy's going to make his pre-game move up.
Alright. That's what the pregame.
This way?
So he's moving his Achilles runners. Jackals, I believe. The
No,
bikes
he's
there?
actually going
They
to
get a
go
pregame
up
music.
like
Or he can put the red runners.
this.
Oh yeah.
And these guys are
It
going
helps
to
going
make their
second. Being
pre-game
able to pick
move.
up your little
I,
cars.
I would like to be able to say I know anything about Genestealer cults, but I just absolutely do not.
It's okay.
Because I never see them.
I do.
Ever.
I do.
They care about your cars, to be honest. Rather pick up your bikes. Okay, now this unit will come on. And they will immediately make... They have to stay in my deployment zone, of course. Oh, that's a little far. And they immediately make an 8-inch move out of their marker. I'm going to put my truck with the acolytes in it over here. Trying to cheat. There's a lot of stuff on this board.
All right, guys, predictions are
Put an
up.
acolyte on top to denote.
Who do you think's gonna win?
denote this.
Post it.
Oh. And
See the link up top.
I now select that piece of terrain to no longer get... No. Yeah. It doesn't really matter because you ignore everything anyways. Yeah, this piece of terrain is now no longer light cover, does not give dense, does not get heavy, and is now difficult ground.
Okay.
So, but almost everything's fly. I don't think it's a big deal for you, but I just need to remember to do it. I mean, you have some infantry. Your dire avengers won't get cover anymore. That's the thing.
They have an invulnerable save.
I don't have any AP, so it actually matters.
You also don't get light cover against my army.
Yes, I did know that. I did know that.
Okay.
This is gone.
Okay.
And now I just put down. Oh, this one's also gone. Oh. That's 2 casualties now. Okay. Now I'll start putting down more units.
Nathan's strategy
So
is
I'm
to
just gonna
destroy
start
all of
putting
his
down-
own models.
Everything in here. So my Patriarch. My Sanctus.
Look at that.
Nexus. Primus. Truck. And I have space. 10-man neophyte squad. Okay, I believe that concludes my secondary deployment phase.
All right.
We're finally on the board.
Okay. Now I begin my command phase. I immediately put a crossfire marker on this unit. No. This is one unit, and then the Shining Spears. Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
I think I can get sight to them. So yeah, I'll put a crossfire marker on this unit.
Yep.
So now everyone's just +1 to hit that point. Just the crossfire side. Okay. I think that's all my. Oh, the Primus is going to give out the Nexus and Primus together. Will collectively, via him, give this unit. They're always within his aura of reroll 1s to hit, and they have reroll 1s to wound.
What's the range?
This 10-man unit. They just have 2 last cannons that are shorter range, and some like auto guns. It's not a big deal. It's more sorry if don't forget them. Okay. All right. So now the actual movement phase. This unit will actually move into the terrain, so that they can see through it and into your bikes there. This guy's just gonna pop out this way. This is very mobile. Let's go. It's on this thing. That's why. Well, actually, this squad's not even gonna be in range. This squad's going to embark into this transport.
Good.
And he's just going to pop out here like this to see around the corner into those bikes. You said you have no deep strikes, right? Excellent. Then I don't have to worry about screening. He's going to hold that objective.
I do have swooping hawks.
Oh, they get to but they can't redeploy in the same turn.
Yeah. As soon as they shoot.
Oh, right. I did forget that. Okay.
And I also have Baharov, who also does it.
Right. That is good to know. I do think I have mostly zoned out.
I want to be honest with you, Nathan.
Yeah. No, that's good. This is good to know. So in this case, I could still move this one. So he's going to move slightly over like this, because he only made his pregame move. So he still has line of sight, but this should put there's an 18-inch line here now, so that shouldn't fit anything. Okay, that's better. That's tolerable. Okay, the Genestealers will move in advance. We're gonna go 8 plus 3, so 11.
I don't think I heard you. Nathan,
Yes.
can you roll in the dice tray?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm just used to having my own dice. Okay. And then I will bring in.
Should be out of range.
Sorry.
You're trying to get within 18 inches?
So here's 9 inches. Right? I don't want to deep strike within 9 inches of them. That's not my plan. I just want to see if my last cannons can be in range of them. Like, here is a perfectly reasonable block.
Yeah.
And then I can see them. And I can shoot them. And that's fine. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to save them?
Where's your sniper?
He's back here. He's just gonna clink off this guy. He's just right here. But you can't shoot him unless you're within 12 inches. Like, even with snipers, he's not a lookout servant. You just can't shoot him. He's super stealthy. Let's bring the hammer down. I put the crossfire marker down and everything. So making sure the the mining lasers. Sorry. Okay, I conclude my movement phase. I will now do Psychic. I will spend a CP to do my Blessings powers. I can do anywhere on the board. From my Psyker, who's in the back, who should obviously be out of deny range. So do I recycle the CP? I do not rather, so 1 CP off. And I cast a power on my Genestealers for +1 attack. That goes off. So warp charge 6. Okay. Shooting phase. Let's start here. He's just going to shoot them. He automatically hits. Puts a crossfire marker down on you. And then just wounds on a 3. This is a 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do a wound and a mortal wound. So AP 3, damage 2. And then a mortal wound. After
And
the
a mortal
damage.
wound on top of that?
Do they have an invul? Do they have a 3-up save?
That's what I'm looking at.
I mean, just roll it and then we'll...
Takes 2 seconds.
That's a
Matters.
6. That's a 6, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a 3-up save?
I'm checking. People don't usually shoot my jet bikes. Yes, saved.
Excellent. But they still take the mortal wound?
Yep.
Okay. This unit is going to shoot the mining lasers into these bikes. And they are -1 because of dense, but I ignore -1. I ignore penalties with my industrial weapons as my trait. So they're fine. And then the auto guns will go into your rangers.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a CP on masked firearms. Do I recycle the CP? I do not. So another CP down. 6s to hit, automatically wound.
Okay.
They're T4, right?
Yes.
So I'm already wounding on 2, so I don't need to bother with anything else. So we'll start with that. First major shooting deserves another psalm, excuse me. Grant me the sight of the eagle, the calm of the breeze, the patience of a saint, and the skill to smite the foe from afar.
Let's start.
All right.
Not a successful psalm.
Oh boy.
So those
Prayers
miss.
are doing very well.
And 1 wound, AP3. D6 damage. Kill the bite. And then I have 16 auto guns. So I'll just roll 16 twice. So you're -1 to hit right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't have any bonuses. So those miss. But the 6s automatically wound. So those are wounds already.
Tough 3.
And
3 more.
yep. So and then I forgot my deep supplies for them, but I remembered here. Deep supplies, nope, did nothing. But I finally remembered.
Okay, so 6 total.
So I have 6 dice here. And so yeah, 6 total for you.
Is that all your shots?
That's all the shots. Oh no, sorry, that's the first set. So I'll do the
That's
second.
why, yeah. That's all I was keeping track.
Oh, thank you. This was only the 1 automatic wound, but more hits this time. Oh no, it's the 4's miss. Never mind. Not even fewer. 1 wound, so
7
8 total. 8 total, because the 6 auto wounds.
Okay, so 8 total.
Yeah.
Eight dice. AP.
AP, nothing. It's an auto gun.
Oh, so I get 3s then.
Yeah.
3 die.
Excellent.
That the Genestealers have a stratagem. And if after they fight and
Ridge
they
Runners,
consolidate,
same-
they're now
same
within 6
setup.
inches, they can just
they
pick
have-
themselves back up. And,
Heavy stubbers.
so what he did was he also gives them a buff. So they come up from the blips. They get the pre-game move 9. And
Each
then you
heavy-
can advance
heavy
the
stubbers
charge.
are
So you advance
3
the charge them up
The
another.
Diablos are
You
4.
can auto advance them 6 once, but you just close enough.
Yeah.
And when he goes to charge,
So the heavy
you get
stubbers
the
into
spell
your
off for
rangers,
plus 1 attack.
and the mining
They're
lasers
gonna
into
have
them.
5 attacks each, hitting on 2s. These things will be wounding.
So now I
Twice
overwhelm
for
your plus
damage,
1
and if he picks up the whole
because I
He's gonna get 2
have
victory
plus 1
points.
to hit
and he's
with
gonna
a
pick them up
crossfire
at 1
marker.
CP. Jeez. Yeah.
these are wounding on 3s.
But if you're
And I'm going to save my deep
restrained
supplies.
Genestealer,
reroll. So 3 wounds.
it's very cool.
AP.
AP nothing. To the stubber.
1 more.
1 more, very good. And then the mining lasers, 2d3 mining
Yes,
laser
he
shots.
did R&D down here and buy objective.
So 1, 2, 5 total.
I think he's going to use the truck to pick up a few bikes just to make sure he can actually pick them up.
And 2s to wound. 4 wounds on your bites.
But I believe we're
AP3.
trying to pick up these
Yeah.
guys on objective 3.
So first bite takes
Oh no, he's shooting the bike.
2 wounds. Second bite takes 1 wound, and then the next one kills it. I don't think it's worth a CP reroll. Just how many bites have I in that unit?
6 total.
6. Oh, they're blast. I forgot. That's my fault. I want to kill an extra. It's not worth the CP to kill 1 more bite. What's their leadership?
8.
8. Odds to kill 1 more bite. How much CP do I have
7.
left? 8? 9?
You have 9.
9?
They have leadership 7.
Leadership
Because they
7?
don't have an extra.
Okay,
They don't
I'll reroll the 1.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Okay, it's very good.
Nothing.
He can't see there. That's fine.
Once you get yourself under control here.
I did not move him to see the bite, so that's
Oh,
fine.
I see what
so
you're
he just
trying
can't shoot. They're out of range. Oh, are they in range? No. I
And that's a
that was
D6 damage or D3?
Sorry, yeah, D6 damage.
All right.
Good.
And then this Ridge Runner is going to shoot into the bikes as well, or into this unit of bikes here.
You really want to make sure those front squad
definitely
dies in
gonna
combat.
slip on
I'm
that
pretty sure he's
and
gonna pick them up.
Yeah.
And we'll put the heavy stubbers into your Dire Avengers. No, I don't want to plink off Dire Avengers because they have that stupid shoot twice thing.
I wasn't going to remind you.
I remember. So everything into the bikes. You have one that's wounded right now, right?
I have one that's wounded, correct.
Very good. So heavy stubbers. I am +1 to hit now. The G4.
Mm-hmm.
Deep supply reroll. No. 2 moves.
AP nothing, right?
AP nothing. Kills the bike.
I'm going to use a CP.
Very good.
No,
Nope.
kills the bike.
Both of us CP rerolling to save the bikes. I think that means I made the right call killing that one.
No, because that was going to absorb a last cannon shot.
Oh, okay. And then D3 last cannon shots. And this is a 6-man unit, right?
Yep.
So I automatically get 3. I remember
It's only
this
5 guys left. You killed one.
No, but it counts at the start.
Okay.
It's when the shooting is targeted. All hits. All wounds. The first one kills a guy. Kills a guy. Off the field. Kills a guy.
Six or not.
I was a little too successful, actually.
How can something be too successful?
Excellent. They're good at overwatching, aren't they?
They are going to overwatch you, and they automatically wound on 6s.
Yeah.
That's risky.
So I won't charge them.
And they have 33 shots.
Yeah. No, duly noted. What do they overwatch hit on force? Is that their thing?
5s.
5s. Okay. I believe that concludes my shooting phase. For charges, wait, hold on, let me just double check. They're doing the action, which they'll succeed on. They've shot. I didn't move him in to see anything. Shot. Okay. Charge phase. I'm going to declare discharge.
Okay.
Just in case I make it.
Hold up. On a
And that's-
2 up, you take D3 mortal wounds. You take
Sure.
D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
You take 3 mortal wounds.
I did forget about that power.
And you're at -2 to charge me.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a mistake. That probably
That's
still fails.
7.
Yeah,
Oh, that would have
yeah,
made
and
it
I was
if we
9
didn't
inches
have
away.
wider than that.
Okay, well, that was fail. Good job. Okay, and
5
then,
points worth it.
I mean, that was a good trade. And I'm going to charge here.
No, it's
And
not.
then
So
you
it's a
want
5-point
Overwatch.
upgrade
No.
that you get for your Rangers.
They obviously make their
-2
Overwatch
to the
charge,
and
or
you
their
get D3 mortal
un-Overwatch charge.
Did he go for the long bomber? It looks like he did. So the main thing is that
So
he
I'm
was
staying
size
6 inches away from your Dire Avengers, which is important for reasons that will come up later.
So he just went for the one.
Sorry?
I'm staying 6 inches away from your Dire Avengers,
He just making sure
Okay.
he's staying out 6.
Why?
because then they can go back into reserves.
Then they can go back into
They
reserve.
go into reserves. Or they actually
How
not
do you do
into
that?
reserves. They have a strat that lets them do that. That's why I was willing to do this and shoot at them without I regret having all these guys sticking out so far. 6 inches is there. I mean, I'm clearly going to kill this one jet bike. Like, it's pretty unconscionable that I don't kill this one jet bike. I'm going to cut that spindly bit off.
Nathan, for time's sake, do you want me just to remove the jet bike and you
just
go into
remove-
reserve
just remove the jet bike.
so we don't have to roll dice? There you go.
And then 2 CP. I recycle 1, so only spend 1 CP for me. And they go, it's not just, they go into deep strike.
Okay.
And Bazoo, you no longer see them. Genestealers.
They come back next turn, correct?
I've been
Yes.
playing this army a lot recently.
Or I actually double check if they come back next turn, they come back any turn, but
Oh,
I'm probably going to bring them back next turn. But it's
Nathan?
probably, yes. What's up?
I'm assuming wounds would carry over to this guy?
Oh, there was one there. Oh, okay. I mean, yes. I mean, I'm assuming the Genestealers will still carve through 2 jet
Two
bikes.
jet bikes.
They're AP, I think they're AP4.
Attacks, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I gave them the +1 attack too. So, okay, that concludes my turn. So I killed the unit that had a crossfire marker in it.
Morale for them.
Excellent. I owe you morale as well.
For these guys. I'm good.
And their leadership, I want to say 9. No, I want to say 8. And they lost 3. So they fail. Great.
What?
That wire weave net, good value. So then I've lost 4, so I should have 16. That was a good wire weave net.
That was a worthwhile 5-point upgrade right there.
I lose 1 more.
Hey, that's 5 guys. That's a
that
point
was,
a model.
That was a good spend. And that was just like, oh, I'll charge just in case I make it, take the objective. And I saw that you had wire weave net, and I saw your list. It wasn't hidden from me.
All right, so it's my turn now?
So I score killing a point unit for coming out of ambush, and 1 for killing a unit that had a crossfire marker on it. And I score my first Nachmund data.
Yep.
I think that's it.
So how many you get for ambush?
Two.
Two? You get 2
2
for
points
ambush? And nothing for behind enemy lines?
I'm sorry? Not behind me lines yet.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm not getting behind this shit.
Sounds good.
Why not?
Not yet. I will eventually.
All right, so I'm going to advance my Dire Avengers to start off with.
You don't have any. Oh, did you roll your
Oh, I have to roll
your
for
dice?
those.
Your dice.
Technically, let's roll those at
Yeah.
your turn, so we'll hold that aside. But 6 dice. Let's take an armor save for fun. Wound, hit. And I'm going to re-roll these 2, see what we got. Because I have 2 Farseers on the
Yep.
board, and I'm going to take a wound.
So remind me, what are these?
Save, wound, hit.
Save, wound, hit. Okay,
Yep,
very good.
and that was my advance roll.
Very good.
So, back to the Dire Avengers. Where do I want them to go? So, 28 inches. Yeah. Um,
Just so you know, the bites are natively -1 to be hits in all phases.
that's fine.
Oh, and the Ridge Runners have a 6-up invul and are -2 to be charged. Until you touch them, and then they're no longer -2.
Does that sound better, Justin?
I am Swooping Hawks. Swooping Hawks.
Just to know here watching so every time with his wife.
Everybody loves
All
the
right.
Swooping Hawks.
I don't think he should have just came out and played.
Bro.
Hey Nathan, you really love Swooping Hawks.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good turn for a Genestealer besides the wyvern room on top there.
Normal movement.
I don't
You're
need
gonna do
anything
that
else. They can just move wherever they want to.
And you're gonna do that stupid battle focus, and then do the thing, and
How familiar are you with
stupid
Aeldari?
power.
Thousand Suns?
How familiar are you with Swooping Hawk specifically?
I heard that they're really good.
There. So they have a ton of shots.
Yeah.
And the big thing is when they go to battle focus, which is the armor wide rule, when you shoot,
This
you
is
get
2
to
units.
D6,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually just get picked up and put 9 inches away from enemy models.
That's
But
that's
they're metal
horseshit.
models, so it's
So,
easier to move them.
what you do in terms of this turn,
breaking them.
You put them here, you shoot, you pick them up, you put them back behind the building, and you're just gonna do this on repeat all game.
Oh
So
wow.
for those who don't know, on stream, Steve and I actually both start, or he started, like, when I started playing, it was in Yarmouth, and he ran the store out of Yarmouth, and we played many games. I won most of them.
Yeah,
So
I've won a couple, not
you
enough.
won the one with the castle where you took 500 extra points,
Yeah.
and that was with the castle. Like,
So what you're saying is it's a love story.
yes.
Nathan is not the person I wanted to play first in this tournament. Let's just put it that way.
This is not my guard army, though.
I don't think-
I'm not a master of this army. I'm
don't
a
think-
master of guard. I will
don't think
say that.
anybody wants to play
my own
Nathan.
horde, but I'm good at guard.
I don't know, I love playing it.
Not in this one. I do
It's always a
stupid stuff like
challenge.
this.
I love that. And it's my favorite part of going to DPs. We're gonna get some more sliding angles.
So with the Eldar, the advantage of Eldar is I can advance.
Yep.
I am
My
a
jet
fan
bikes
of it.
automatically get 6.
Beautifully converted
and
roundabouts.
because of battle focus, which
Every
I have,
model has 3
they
different
count
kits.
as remaining stationary. So I don't get minus anything to do this stupid 22-inch move. You know?
Very good.
And because they can fly, they just go, eh.
Yeah.
What the
They
building?
ignore my -2. Yeah, it was clearly going to do nothing against his army. It was just I got to remember. I'm remembering to do like my deep supplies. I'm remembering.
I want to be
my...
the player that has the
Extreme
camera. We like
fast,
zoom right
fast
past
army.
them.
Yes, this I have noticed.
Like absurdly fast. Do you have invulnerable saves on your?
So it looks like
little
that's
thing?
two
So
squad poopy knocks.
these ones do not have an invulnerable save.
Okay.
But they're -1 damage.
Okay.
These ones are only T5 4-up save, but they have a 6-up invulnerable save.
6 up. Eh.
It's not worth even thinking about, really. It's just like incidentally sometimes it'll save you.
Okay. So I think I'm just gonna. I'm actually gonna bring him right up here.
This is your party.
Yeah. But then I'm gonna bring these nice warlocks in here.
Yep.
And because of the way the warlock thing is worded, as long as I'm within 3 inches.
Tyler, I feel like this
I'm
stream
not
is just going to be me teaching you armies, so I hope you know that.
Sure.
This is awesome.
So this is why they changed the bodyguard rule, but
Yeah.
Eldar did not get affected. Because balance. I have more than enough moves to do what I want to do.
So the bodyguard rule is now different for Eldar than everyone else?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, because they didn't back it?
No.
Oh.
It's a CP stratagem, not a rule within the
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
thing. So they. Yeah, they nerfed the other bodyguard rules, but they didn't hurt the Eldar one.
Very good, very good.
Sitting at a score of 12-10 for the Genestealer cults. As soon as we saw Genestealer cults, we said we gotta get them on stream because we have never had Genestealer cults on stream before.
Let's have a lot of fun.
I will never complain about watching Genestealer cults.
I mean, I don't even know what's going on because I've never even seen them played. Not even joking.
You're gonna come over here.
Off darn, Tyler. That's why I'm here. I think our current cast is wrong unless you're Nurgle Snurgle.
Yeah,
I have a strap though. I have a psychic power that lets me.
Torah Snurgle.
Torah Snurgle?
On a vehicle?
There you go.
Anyway.
Yeah, guys, Nurgle Snurgle's not joining us today because she's actually playing in the tournament.
80% sure.
Yeah, where's she
Yeah,
at?
right over here. I believe
Right over
she's
there.
playing against...
So that goes there.
Can't tell from
I'll
here.
fill in.
Once I figure it, I'll let you know. It is a Space Marines faction.
Just called unit.
Oh, so right up.
I heard Armor Contempt.
Go
Oh,
advance and shoot without penalty.
and there's no way someone's playing CSM.
I don't think I've been.
No.
You know, I can have to just check the BCP app. Let's take a look.
And that should get out of my back area.
Beautifully painted armies here too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
There is no space for
Actually,
you.
she's playing against Thousand Suns.
Is she?
Yeah, so she should be comfortable with this
I
matchup.
made this
Very
difficult terrain, which
comfortable.
is what? Half
-2.
-2 movement. So
With a Contemptor Dreadnought.
I am only going to be
Interesting.
able to drop.
Why
down
don't you
a
run any Contemptors?
I don't have it.
rather than being
we
able
gotta fix
to go
that.
all the way to the bottom.
Well, I mean, they're not going to be worthwhile after the next book.
You don't think so?
No, I think Forge Fiends are going to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the data sheet yet, so
I paid 5 points for that.
Yeah, that was a much better
Justin
analogy.
hooking us up. He got to the BCP half faster than
I
me.
forgot they
Oh,
had
good
that.
job, Justin.
But now I know. Because I haven't played New Eldar. I haven't played anything after.
So are you comfortable? Do you know what strands Fate dice do? Strands Fate.
There's a limited selection.
For
of
yes, I do.
there is a couple Tyranids players, but like
sure?
I haven't
Would
gone.
you like me to go over
Is
real
that the
quick?
Harlequin one?
No, that's Fluff dice.
Okay, okay.
So he rolls dice at the beginning
So
of the battle
I could have
round.
advanced,
And
I could
each
have
dice,
probably
like each
advanced.
number, is allocated to a different type of ability. So
I
advance,
didn't
save,
decide that
shoot,
early on,
to
so
wound,
that was my
etc.
first mistake.
Psychic. And he gets to keep 4. and then he gets to
yeah,
use them
if
for
I
the game,
advance, then
and they
I
become
wouldn't-
automatic 6s.
As long as I roll a 2 or
Yes.
higher, I
So
can
it's like
advance
luck
with
dice,
7-inch movement.
but much better.
Oh, in 7, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
I forget how fast.
Yeah, they're fast. Fast.
Like, you don't have any way to advance and charge.
So what I'm
aside
assuming
from,
he's trying to do is he's trying to clear off the bikes here,
Advance and charge?
Yeah.
and he's going to use his two vehicles here to kill off this Ridge Runner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's using Swooping Hawks to try to pick up his Neophytes, I believe that they are there. And put the two Swooping Hawks back into the corner here.
Interesting play.
Um,
Justin, which matches did you care about? Which ones are
I'm gonna go
you?
into the
I cared about all of them.
Very good.
I wonder if he saw who Sam's
the
playing.
first thing I'm going to cast is
The official
I'm going
attendance
to
today.
try and gain a CP.
We have 29
I
players.
got
I
it.
think.
Oh, so
many
someone
has
got a
he
buy.
Someone to get a buy. I do believe that Josh is playing them
1,
for
2,
fun.
3.
I'm
I think he's going to give them a win as it's only fair, but we don't want him to sit over 3 hours.
Yep. Spend a CP.
No, we gain one. They use a psychic ability to gain a CP.
To guide
Cool.
the Dire Avengers.
So yes, I did.
Yay! On a 10. Or, sorry, on 11.
I do nothing about that.
Okay. Outside of range of smites. They're can't see, so they can't reduce your armor save.
Justin, if you want through the match, I can take a look and see if I can figure what people are, how the games are going. If you want.
Yeah, that's all I really need to do.
Okay.
All right. So
Do some
I'm gonna
on the
do shooting
fly-
phase now.
Shooting base.
On the fly reporting.
So I'm going to start with Lahara.
Yay! The
Look, he can
OP.
shoot way over here.
Yay!
So he gets 4 shots.
4 shots.
Hits on 2s because you don't have any minuses, correct?
Correct.
All right, 2 up.
Bam.
6s automatically wound.
So the
Sure.
for the total.
Oh,
So the
last trait
custom
that is one,
trait he's
I
saying
have
for Aeldari
baby transhuman across the entire arm. So every wounds of
is
always fail.
Of 2.
Vixen to hit,
So two
automatically
always
wound,
Yeah, I don't
but they
have
count
enough-
as
well,
6
actually,
as well.
it wouldn't matter.
So Shuriken will get extra AP.
And
And
because they're hard
the
workers,
enemy does not
they
get
used
the
to work
benefit of
hard,
like
so they're better at
boo.
tanking melt the shots.
Yes, so
That's-
essentially you just
that's
get
the
shots
rule
on
behind
that.
All right, so
And
I
6
would
as
go
well
three
automatically.
Dope.
It's very good.
All right, so
AP? I think
AP 2.
That's enough.
2 damage each.
That is unnecessary.
Right. Now he gets to do his wonderful I'm
Piecing out.
broken.
Yay!
go
Break
back
it! You're broken.
You hear some complaining about Babarov, which is totally fair and just.
It's completely fair, okay? Completely fair. All right, so the back unit's gonna shoot. Bah, 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 bah. They have 4 shots each.
Very
There's
good.
10 in the unit, which is 40
The exploding
shots.
6s he still has to wound, so he doesn't get
6s
to.
automatically
The
wound,
exploding 6s don't automatically wound as well.
and their strength 4.
Very good.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He needs to roll the additional wounds.
My hands might not be big enough. 9, 10. All right, here we go. So you have no minuses, so hit on 3s. Oh, there's a 6, and there's a 6.
I'm excited to see what he was going to do with the Swooping Hawks.
Little corner here.
If he uses them to take over the first objective, they're just going to die. But as it stands, he's going to give him a more on primary. Because he's only on 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's going to use a squad of Swooping Hawks to stop it. Or
A lot of
what.
6s.
That's a lot of 6s for that roll, though.
Oh, yeah. Remember, they all automatically wound and they will be AP extra.
And what are these AP?
Nothing.
Okay, good. So I might actually save some.
Yep.
It's not a good matchup for Disney, I'll tell you
I'm gonna
that.
take
Everything will just kill something. So,
5 ups.
Saves a couple, but not that many.
That's about statistical. I say 5 out of no. That's just quite close. So that's 10. That's 14.
Yep, and while you're moving casualties, I'm just going to jump these guys back into here. Because again, Swooping Hawks are balanced.
and I think he got
exactly
the
enough.
squad. Yep. And got all the neophytes there. With the Swooping Hawks. And he is jumping them back.
Peace. We're dipping.
I do believe there are 2 10-man squads there.
Oh yeah,
That was a very successful round of shooting.
I'd say.
Believe it or not, Swing Hawks are sold out everywhere.
Now, does battle focus require you to have shots?
I don't know.
That's something let's find out.
I can still shoot that because this isn't obscuring.
It is.
No, it's not. That's runes. Runes are not obscuring.
Ruins are obscure.
You know where it says it,
That's what
right?
Josh said when we started.
I don't think
These
they
are
have that in
obscuring.
the street.
No, these are obscuring.
He said these are obscuring.
That's not how we played yesterday.
Our terrain's a little bit more
That is,
different, so.
I want to double check that.
We will ask Josh.
So all the big L pieces and the big things in the center.
All right, we're getting a TO question here in regards to terrain.
Oh, whoopsies. Quick
Yes, I
question.
do believe the big L things in the center
these
are
obscuring?
obscuring. I don't know about the small ones in the far corners. I don't know if they're counting as just free line of sight coverage or they're counting as obscuring.
Okay. Oh, they're dead. Okay.
Technically, they're just under 5 inches tall.
They're dense.
No, you're right. They're just dense.
Okay, yeah. So I was right. So I can
Really?
shoot, which means you're within 24 inches. So I'm going to shoot that unit.
Very good.
At that thing.
They're just counting the big things as dense.
Those particular ones, I guess. Interesting ruling from
That's-
the TO.
I did kind of have an advantage.
I know that these
knowing,
things where the bikes are dense.
terrain as I helped set the boards up yesterday.
I did too, but I didn't.
It's counting the whole
Oh, yeah,
thing as
you
a
helped
force,
set
I
it up too.
believe.
One,
I thought he said these were dense and these were obscure. Or,
It would make sense if the ones in the middle were obscuring.
Listen, this is what Josh is called, so you have to go with
all
it.
right,
TO
here we
said
go
so.
again.
Nothing we can
No
do.
minuses to hit, nothing like that.
I mean, these are dense now.
Oh, other than death cover. No, nothing to negative wounding or anything. So I normally hit on 3s. We're hitting on 4s.
Not that many threes and condos.
So hiding in the dense cover is good.
I really hope he's shooting the bikes here. That would make sense for the dense grouping. But
But the auto wounding that the Eldar now have is actually really good.
Yeah, that's.
it is
Even
what
though
it
it's on
is.
6s, it
I
comes
should
up
have
a lot
come.
more than people really mathematically should.
You just shoot right across the board. If those things are dense, that would be crazy.
So
Now, is every model in here within 24 inches?
should have been.
'Cause this one's not.
Okay.
So, hold on. 1, 2.
Here, I'll just take 4 hits out.
That's not too
I'm assuming you're top 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And there you go.
4. I fail 4. He's still alive.
But I'm now going to move my Super
Very good.
I know there's one. There's one, and they're bringing hammerheads.
Hammerheads.
Yeah, 3 of them, and they're against knights right now.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's bringing 14 armors. Yes, no big knights, just all little armors. Like the Chaos varieties.
Nice.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I hope I kind of want to see that.
I hate metal models, they break so easily.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
When,
about.
like, every single hand and, like, every time I touch a graph sheet, it breaks. Every time I touch a hand, it breaks. I've
Alright.
already lost, like, 4 models.
It looks like Leo's here as well playing Tau. Oh, and he's also against
so
Chaos
that's within
Knights.
18
I think the
correct?
Tau just got the best pairings ever.
yes.
So,
Yeah, that's a pretty good pairing.
So the
and I
back
know
here,
Leo
I'm gonna shoot that thing.
always
Sure.
brings a hammer.
Everything else I'm going to shoot here.
Okay.
I'm going to use a CP
Yep.
at exploding 6s because, you know, why
Yep.
not?
All right, CP spent.
So 6 of the hit here are going to be exploding.
And the unit gets 33 shots. So the back 3 guys are going
You
to
know, I used it a lot at the last GT for 3 Void Weavers.
Man, it sounds pretty dope.
It is disgusting.
-1 because I'm shooting through death's cover.
So if he sees a lot of 6 here, the unit's just gone.
but
There's
6s
three sixes.
are going to, and that's a 6. And those are going to be at 84.
AP4. Very good. Yep.
And if I roll,
Now, are you. This, okay, carry on.
yep, these are my wound rolls.
Yep.
So all 4 of those are at AP4.
Okay. Now, I have a 6 up invulnerable save. Which did not matter. I don't think no one in range to explode.
All right. So that means I have 7 guys left.
What
and 1
did he
next
shoot
turn. So
here?
1,
That has a 4-up invul.
4.
That has a 6-up invul. Okay, maybe I misheard it.
We have one left, right?
Bye.
So I don't have.
Is it after the first game? I can't remember.
Kaboom.
All right, and these
30% sure.
these aren't your bikes there.
Yeah. Because then I don't have to worry about packing up. These are -1 through dance and through their natively, so.
So that -1 really helped you. Really helped you. But I did guide myself.
Going down for some. Hell yeah.
There was at least 2 more 6s. That's good.
And these guys are T4.
They're T4.
You're going to see a lot happen on the GSC side on his turn 2.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is in strategic reserves because they get to come up within 8 or 6, but they can't charge if they do 6.
Interesting.
So it's very good for things like behind enemy lines, R&D, and we have a guest over here.
Nerdle.
How's your game going?
4, I'm strength 4. So
We took a look.
You took a look.
So you have 4.
Hey, how's it going?
-2. 4
-2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's out psyching you?
Are you winning?
Pass one of those. So
and 6
Did he take Wrath of Magnus? Yeah.
You killed one model and still got
Yeah,
yours.
that's about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's this game going?
Oh,
Great.
it's interesting.
I'm teaching him a lot about GSC. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you-
GSD, not Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
Question: what are you counting these on your battlefield? Or
So I'm only going to get 3 models, unfortunately, under
could
this
you offer
unit,
them as stats?
just because I'm so far back.
So there's,
Um,
it's maybe both.
Yeah,
again,
Over
they
can.
can. They're minus
So
1
over
through
5
them.
and
it has something to do with
So,
screen keyword.
hitting on 4s.
Over 5 inch shell is
Sixes,
not
there we
automatically
go,
good
smaller
screen.
wound right there.
Yep.
Those are all misses.
Because things like force can just be
I
dense.
only got 3 jet bikes in.
Oh, gotcha.
The other ones are like
Yeah.
21.
Play as you are, but we had a teal calling about it, so I'm just curious what you guys were.
But that is another 6. So you have 1 at -1.
Oh, yeah,
and
just,
2 at -3.
you know.
1 at -1.
I would
Yeah, the normal shurikens are only.
I would honestly
-1,
treat it
so
as
minus
obscuring. If you guys weren't, I think it might have been a mistake, but we can't really say
And
anything.
those bikes are actually going to do their battle focus move now. Which they get to move in
Good luck.
56.
And that's our Nerdle Turtle, folks.
We own her?
Rent.
Rent?
It's a lease.
So right here, you just battle focus his bikes, trying to hide them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets to move 5 inches.
And
After he shot.
and that's not a CP ability.
No, that's just a battle focus ability.
One of the things.
It is very
Anything
good.
else?
Have you ever seen shoot jump or
I haven't
Chow?
shot those
in
jet
eighth?
bikes.
No.
No, neither have I because
Chow sucks.
Chow
Actually, I'm going to
sucks.
shoot this first.
Sure.
I might have been 7th when they had it after. I'm not sure. Justin will let me
Those
know if I was
tanks
wrong,
have,
but
minus.
maybe I did see it. I have no idea. All I remember was bad times for me.
Yep.
They have a 6
Probably
on
was not
normal
good, but
save.
they definitely didn't beat the Chow
Reduce
matchup.
damage at all? No?
Just T5.
Okay. Then I'm going to shoot the fire prisms 2-shot one at that pack one there.
Yeah.
Fifth they had jump to jump.
Let's see what we can get.
Oh, they're 8.
All I know, Justin complained that he didn't have it anymore.
I think you still killed.
Yeah. All right, so they both hit.
Yeah.
So,
Also,
I'm not thinking about it. The
mentioned,
only thing I
fire
can see him
prisms
doing
actually
is maybe
ignored
using the
hit
bikes to
Yeah, they
up
have
here at
that,
the top of
that
the corner
ability.
to
I don't
shoot
have
and
it.
move back
I
on
guess
the
this would be
point.
dense, but that's relevant. So you ignore it.
So they're strength 14,
But we'll
so
see.
I'm going to win you on 2s.
Okay.
Since he hit a Swooping Hawks. The only thing is I don't know how Nathan Chow's actually going to reach those Swooping Hawks,
Picks up in multiple
as
cities.
he definitely has screened him off from actually
So
touching them
it's
this turn.
3d3 damage each.
3d3. So roll the first one.
So when he comes down, I think he's
If you
going to
if you
pick
kill the
up
first one, then
some of these, maybe a bike.
Yeah.
So
So
kill the
that
first
is-
one.
he might even just wait till
Are they
23 to actually do it.
Oh, this
Because
is
he
great.
can only, he doesn't have to do the whole
And the
thing.
second one.
But I know a lot of GSC players, they like to
Couldn't have
just
done any
right
other
overload them turn 2.
So that's
Because
that's
they
all.
are super killy, and if you just do a little bit, they'll just wipe it, and you do another little bit,
First
they'll
one
wipe
was,
it
the
again.
first one was more. So this one, so one is still
This way,
alive.
you get too many things to deal with, at
I
least
think I'm
something's
going
going
to
to
reroll
survive.
one of those damage rolls.
So you have to reroll the whole thing.
Do I get to reroll the whole thing? Oh, well, that's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer to me. I will reroll the whole thing.
CP reroll?
CP reroll the whole damage. All right. There we go. That is dead.
6,
7.
7. Still have one.
Okay, so there's one left. I'm going to use these. That was definitely worth that 1 CP.
Definitely.
I'm going to use those 2 jet bikes. 8 shots. No
Surprised he's line of sight
sixes.
from his boat to the vehicle back
That's
here.
not good.
But since these things aren't dense, they're not going to treat the footprint of it. So if these things aren't scary, they're not going to treat the footprint of it.
Still interesting.
1 6.
It is a very interesting one.
And they're tough 5, right?
Yeah.
All right, so.
I can understand why
we
the
have 3 at
4
-1,
things at the edges aren't
and 1 at
obscuring, but the
3.
2 things in the
Six
center.
save?
I think that was
Save?
on call.
I do.
Nope. That's the explode.
And then there goes an Achilles Ridge Runner. And the terrain.
And he destroys the table. They are actually going to battle focus move. Because, you know,
Are going to battle focus. If he doesn't roll a 1 here,
5
he'll be able to
inches.
get
I'm
onto the objective.
not going to roll a 1.
Listen. He's going to be aggressive with it. I like it.
We're coming, Nathan.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. I think he's trying to use them as a screen bait, but they seem a little bit too far out to be screening.
I forgot my auto cannons. Damn it.
So,
I'll tell you what, it is very
I can
interesting. We
see
have
the
2
base.
players holding
that
2
means I can shoot
objectives.
you, right?
There is a laser on the table there if you'd like
The
to.
one over there.
I don't think there
Oh,
is.
this one.
Oh, there is. Yours is.
Sorry? No, it's
Yes.
in my pocket.
Oh,
I took it because I didn't want to get lost.
Does it have an invulnerable save?
No.
Okay.
But it's
Steven?
-1 damage.
Is it really, Steven?
Okay. I can't stop that.
That's the one.
I can stop invulnerable saves. I can't
Nathan,
stop that.
you guys want the laser pointer?
What?
Laser
Oh
pointer.
no, we can see. It's
Okay.
It's
Oh, it's
got-
clear.
If you need it, it's right here.
All right, so 2 shots. Here we
I'll put it on
go.
the table after this.
They both hit.
very nice.
Strength 14, tough.
7.
So 2s.
It's by 3s because my vehicles are also used to working.
I saw that.
I
5
love
and
these,
6.
this
There we
angle
go.
where you
So
can see
1
right down the
minus
whole
5.
hall.
Want to go straight through?
All right, so 3d3 minus 1.
Yep. So we'll just take that one away. So 6.
So 6 damage. Not a bad for a weird off shot.
Not too shabby. No.
Also,
I will say, I don't
once per
think,
game, my
I
vehicle's
don't think
actually a battle focus
Nathan's
too, so
rock
he's gonna.
grinders. I believe that's what he has for
Run
his
away.
imperial weapons,
Yep.
or mining weapons, or whatever they're called, are going to really do him much good. 3 damage
Because
with
you know,
one model.
held our balance.
Yeah. They're better than Genestealer cults. I can't say otherwise. These guys are fun, but they don't have the power that the other knights do.
So there's nothing to charge because I've deleted everything. And that's it. However, I did not score any of my secondaries,
Okay, okay.
except for selecting a lot of bodies.
All right, sounds good. Ending the turn, you have
Okay.
5 CP.
Okay.
How many primaries you got there, Nathan?
He has 1. So he's scoring 4 points on primaries for holding his own home objective.
I'm going to. Let's see here. Okay, this is my turn?
Yes.
Okay. No morale anywhere, I don't think, because everything died.
I need to reread.
Okay, so command phase. I'm going to put a crossfire marker on these shining spears. Now, the shining spears have how many wounds?
They, the Exarch has more wounds because of the new Exarch stuff.
Yep.
So those particular shining spears have 2 wounds each, but the Exarch has 4.
Okay. And what's their defensive profile?
3 and 5 of invuln.
3 and 5 of invuln.
And you're at -1 to hit them.
And I'm at mass one. Okay. Well, the crossfire marker will overwhelm that.
Yes.
Okay.
Phoenix was the last edition for Jumpsuit Jump. Justin lied
So
to me.
I know reserves come at the end, but I'm gonna start putting stuff down so I know where things are gonna go, and it's gonna help me just to make decisions. So Keller Morph will come in. Oh. Away.
Are you also 8 inches away from that point?
Rotating it now for this exact reason. Oh. You have ways to fall back and shoot, but it's a strat, right?
I can fall back, shoot, and I can also charge you.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I have other Eldar have lots of little tricks.
Yeah. Or actually, do I want to?
Oh, the score feature is just like your Thousand Suns one. Runs like actually each of the
There is no,
objectives.
there is no
okay,
6
okay.
inches of
Cost one more.
Measure this.
I measured it out. I'm
3 points
exactly
each?
12 inches away.
Very good.
I didn't do that.
I'm not sure.
You told me with the 6-inch
No,
thing, I
you
measured
didn't.
12 inches
Yeah.
away, so there's no
Very good.
I
gaps.
think he would do it because one of his warlocks or something. But
Nathan, we
I
played
guess
each
he
other
just
enough
valued the spells a little bit more.
Do this instead.
that I can't make
That's fine.
mistakes.
He can still score 12 on it. It's not too bad.
Are you still
So it looks
8
like
inches
he's
away?
doing strategic reserves. He's coming in before the movement. I think just to make it easier on
So yeah,
himself.
this is happening like at the end, but I need to know where they're gonna come down. So
Ooh,
I
that's
need,
the Kellamorph over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what the Kellamorph does, don't you?
Yes, I do know what the Kellen
I
one.
have many more. I
Yeah,
have
you shoot you, you perils,
this squad. in
No,
reserve.
or
no,
they
no.
wounds you.
No, you're thinking 8th
I have
edition.
another
Oh,
neophyte
okay,
squad.
okay.
So no. So he gave him an upgraded relic. So it's a 3-shot relic. Every time he hits, he gets to re-roll. Like he gets to do another additional hit. But he has to roll it from the start.
Okay.
And
83 3
because
damage.
it's a new
And
battle
that
round, I have
pre-shoots,
to
he
roll
gets
for
to
my,
move.
my new dice.
So it's like a little Aeldari action there.
Yeah, that's not
So
too
I'm gonna
bad.
take,
No, it's not too bad.
These wound and 2 save ones, and I'll put them off to the side there.
Wound and 2 saves. Okay.
Yes, 2 wounds and 2 saves.
2 wounds and 2 saves. Okay.
So I'll be guaranteed to pass 2 invulnerable saves at some point, and then I'll be guaranteed 2 wounds at minus something stupid.
How many are over here? I'm missing 1 dude from this squad. I'll just grab one and I'll figure it out afterwards.
So those are definitely in the Kellamorph. They have the thing with the plot 3 damage weapon.
Okay.
So I guess it has value there where he
don't
gets to
think
pick
it's
up one
worth
bike each
putting
because they are 2 wounds. But
Thing down
other than that,
just
it's
for
them and the vehicles. Other than that, it's like characters. Yeah. I really like Nathan's list. It's very fluffy.
the measuring stick over there.
I sure can.
It's not the most optimized Gene Circle list in the world, but like what is?
I've never even seen a Gene Circle army play.
I think you need to watch more battle reports.
Like, I killed a lot of stuff.
I don't even want to watch a Gene Circle army play.
So you don't want to watch this right now.
So I'm gonna put the.
No, I do want to watch
Yeah,
that.
that's
You
what I
have no more
thought.
of those last cannon buggies, though, right?
No, those are gone. They're purely just. You know what? I took the wrong thing. Have two- Need one more. Hot. Oh, that's it, because it's over there. That's where it went. Okay, so 8 inches away here. Oh, make sure I made it just for your dire avengers.
You drawing?
This guy's on the line of that.
Alright. I'll trust you.
Just set up the rest and can't do too much over. Now, what I would like to do is set up the flamer pistols to just strength 3, so that I can only just barely get the barrel of the first gun, but not the rest of them, so you don't overwatch it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And this is my 3d6, pick the 2 highest charge. So yeah, I want to just see this gun and be in range of that, but then not.
So you can see my unit,
So I can
correct?
see just the one, like I can see the one model basically, but not the whole thing. So that's something I can obviously do. So yeah, like, there's one barrel that's sticking out a little bit further than everyone else.
Okay, so you can see me and I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
This tank is going to move its 12 inches over to here. The guys will stay inside. You did draw a 12 inch line here. Excellent. They're going to finish off that. Here. Again, this is all happening like at the end. So they're not formally going down. I'm just pre-measuring where everything's going to go. Flamivus is going to come down with them.
My god, man.
And then let's pile them down there just to get a rough idea. And I'll put them down formally afterwards.
Don't do it.
So Pelomorph should
Don't do it.
It's actually going to go here, be in the dense.
That's cool.
That from this. It might be easier for him to pick off. Beyond this objective. Your bikes don't have. You don't have any way of getting OBSEC on these guys, right?
Sorry?
You don't have any way of getting OBSEC on anything with these?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, once you're on objective, it's going to be hard for me to kind of come in and nab it.
This armor system will roughly here. I'm going to put a fire with press armor. I'm going to bring in another 5-man actually unit to do tear down their icons. They're going to go on this side here. This guy's going to move up like this. This guy's just going to move up like that. See around that corner there.
I think these might be my favorite conversions of the Goliath trucks.
Yeah.
I think they're so cool.
Pretty dope.
That and his Genestealers. The Genestealers are beautiful. They're all converted to look like Attack on Titan characters.
But you can't do funny things
Killing
with
a,
that.
a different Xenos. It's like
Yeah, I still have
Aeldari
20
and
super
Chow
bots
and
and
that sort of
Bahara,
stuff.
which can carry a game by themselves.
Which is super fair.
Well, Super Hawks are 18 points a model. They're true, should be more than that, but. And I think they would be more if their guns had 18.
So I want to, and I'll bring the Genestealers back on this time. Can you pass me the stick again? Can you start carrying it with me? Thanks. Would be nice to have the backup here. Another 8-inch charge out of them. So that's roughly where things are going in. I don't think I have any other moving to do. As tight to here as possible. I don't think it's worth throwing the Patriarch out yet. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now I'm going to formally actually bring things down. So he's going to be, make sure he's 18 inches away. Both of these guys. Well, but at least 8 inches from him. They are 8 inches here. These guys will come in more just like make room for the Genestealers. Take this thing away.
Assuming this has to be multiple squads, 'cause I don't think he has a big 20-man brick of neophytes. Take a look.
12 of the bikes. These guys will just hide here.
Let's take a look at his list here.
Clamavis, where'd he go? Here he is.
No, he does have
Clamavis,
two,
you can use his ability to make them be
two
able to actually
20-man bricks of neophytes.
They are going to deploy Nachmund data. So this is now 2 Nachmund data. I have the 2 opposing corners.
Sounds good.
These guys are going to deploy the bomb for tear down their icons. I'm in your half. Sorry, let me just make sure this unit is through the half line here because I want them from behind enemy lines. So I have many units in his quarter,
Okay.
which will get me behind enemy lines.
For how many?
And I will also have.
That's at the end of the turn.
Yes, but like.
You may not have those at the end of the turn.
Yes.
I
But
want to say behind him.
I
he
have
has
like these 2
points,
units will
but-
be alive. Like, I have like 4 units in your zone. So I am assuming, but that's the plan. So tear down, Nachmund, both will complete at the end of the turn. They're actioning and still shooting. Okay, how many CP do I have?
How many do I have left?
You have 8.
8. Okay.
You have 5 CP.
Okay.
5, Nathan.
Sorry?
I have 5 right now.
You have 5?
Yeah, are you done your movement?
So I know you have that stupid shoot thing.
So that was that thing in your command phase that you needed to do that?
Which one?
To allow them to do an action.
Oh, no, it's
So then
4.
it is a
So
command
it's.
phase, but
The way it works is if he has 1 unit and there's
that when a unit
deployment zone, I think it
arrives
is.
from reserves, they can do their command phase action in the
So are you
Ooh,
finished?
that
your
might not
movement?
work.
I have now finished my movement. Do your interceptor.
I'm going to do 4 wards.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 2 CP.
All right. 3, 9, 3.
And I'm going to get to shoot this.
Yep.
So I'm going to shoot your Genestealer.
Yep.
Oh, no, this is the awkward
6
corner
models,
one.
so
He's
I don't
fine.
have to roll for my
So
last weapon.
it's 2 if he has a unit
Which is
and his opponent's
3d8
deployment zone,
shots, so
and
9
4 if
shots.
he has
No,
2.
no. So it's only max. So
Sorry?
class
When's it score?
for
At the end of the
D3
turn.
is for 10,
Your
6
turn
to
or
10
then battle
models.
round?
Turn.
It's
Turn,
minimum 3. It's not minimum 3 per die.
Oh, right, you don't have 11. All right, so 3.
Six.
Okay,
I
so
should consider
6.
taking that more. What's that? I should consider taking that more DC quotes. It's very good. I do like to take,
you have 3s.
what's it called? Brood Swarm.
3.
Okay. 3.
It lets you, it just says you score 1 point if you control more models in your deployment zone. 1 if you control more models in the no man's land, and 1 if you control more models in your opponent's deployment zone. And if you do all 3, you get an additional point. So against Knights, it's an auto 15,
Oh, that's nice.
as they can only ever have like 3 models on the table.
Vulnerable save. Oh, sorry, just use that.
But it looks like the spoilers for some of the Genestealer
Which makes sense.
secondaries for
The
the new
Gene
thing,
Stealer
that they're all
calls,
going
they
to
should have
change.
the best Gene Stealers.
Brood Swarm, I believe.
There's like the shock troops like advanced deploy. Ours are like really well fed.
Brood Swarm's
better
changing,
fight.
so you also get an additional point if you have more models in the
Because they're
battlefield than your
fed lots
opponent.
of humans all the time.
So you can get 5 on it. And
Psychic
Ambush
phase,
is also changing for the
I
same,
will
so you can
once
do an
again
additional
spend
thing
a
to get another
CP.
point.
to do the thing that lets me cast anywhere, which I will now cast +1. So do I recycle that CP? I do not. So I spend 1 CP from you, sir.
Sounds good.
And then do I cast on I do, and you're too far away to deny. So they're now +1 attack. The
You
acolytes
must be using a Magus for these, because I don't think you're running a Patriot.
Okay. I think that's all my.
Oh, he's running a Patriot. I just don't know which one that is.
Let's start.
I think it's like
I just thought that it might be here, because I think he needs line of sight to do his spells.
no,
guy,
because that's why he's spent
everything into
6.
that.
It's to make it infinite range. I don't know if you ignore line of sight as well.
I think he does.
Does he?
So
Okay.
the 2 mining lasers, they ignore the heavy penalty. Into just the bikes.
This is why I have Wahapedia.
Where's the tank shooting?
Oh, the tank shoots later. There's 2 units. So I declared them separately. 1 hit because they don't have a crossfire marker, which is why I should have done the tank first. That's why I did the tank first. Do I wound? I do. AP3 on the bikes.
Trying that again. I go through.
Kill the bike.
1 bike down.
And then just, they're probably outside as well. I'll mention in a second.
Oh yeah, so it also does ignore line of sight. That's cool. I like it.
Strength 3.
It is a very good 1 CP strat.
So 1 wound, keep the flash reroll. 1 wound.
He also, on the Patriot, he has
Through.
the Orb relic, so he actually gets to deny army wide. So imagine taking Psychic Interrogation and then just never getting it. Ever.
The auto cannons
Consider it
into
being
him,
never.
into them, and the heavy stubbers from the truck into him. So we'll start with the auto cannons. And deep supplies reroll. 3 wounds, AP1.
4 up.
Damage 2. 2
guys.
and then the heavy stubber. This is now crossfire, so the 3 will hit. and you're exposed, so +1. So 3 wounds, no AP.
I think
Kill the bike.
the bike is dead. Do you know what exposed does? You know what? Did I tell you what crossfire does yet?
This guy,
I think so.
everything
Okay,
into
I'll go over the whole thing in
the
case.
bikes there.
So this is Genestealer
so
called
once again,
Army-wide
T4.
roll. It's called crossfire.
One guy has 4
If
wounds.
you have a crossfire marker on
They're
you, you are +1 to hit.
They're 3 up save, 5 up info.
If you're within 12, they
And
ignore
no
cover.
minus damage, no
Minus to hit.
And
minus
You
to
gave
hit.
them
then you
crossfire,
get
which is
ambush.
So
there's
I will
a
shoot
unit
the
in front of the
Polymorphs
model,
regular pistols,
behind the model. You
which
can draw
are
one straight
a
line
total
by going
of
over
6
any
shots.
obscuring terrain.
Each hit is an extra hit.
You get +1 to move.
They are strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. No,
To get a crossfire
Strength
marker,
5,
you need to
81,
shoot
yeah.
5 shots with a 1 damage weapon,
I was mucking
or
around with
hit
worm
once with a multi-damage weapon, and then you get the crossfire marker. The crossfire markers are very good
strength
because there's a
5,
lot of
AP 1,
strats that
1
can
damage.
fight
And
last.
6 is to hit, do a mortal wound after a regular
I believe you can reroll on them as well. And they can't fire Overwatch. So there's a lot of strats that really work well with the crossfire markers. Ambush, on the other hand, is
they all
very
hit,
situational. It's
and
very
each
hard to
6 or
actually
each
pull off
hit,
because
I get to take another
if
shot,
you're sacrificing a unit to do it, you're sacrificing
which has more misses,
100
but that's
points
okay.
to get +1 movement. So yeah, you
These are
really
moving
need
on
to get so that
threes.
your ways to get ambush.
And I have my deep supplies reroll.
But these deck box dice
I have
are
my
rolling
deep supplies
hot.
This many wounds. Get that.
3, 4, 6, 8.
I'm a big fan of both players, but goddamn, GSC has my heart right now. So I really want to see Nate win this.
Bruins.
I mean, after all you were going on about the Genestealer cult too.
Oh, AP1.
I know.
AP 1.
I love this army.
Oh, okay.
It is one of my favorite armies
5
to
wounds.
play.
So 5 wounds.
It's a lot of thinking, which I really enjoy sometimes.
Yeah.
One of the extra. Very good. So he has 3 wounds left. Correct. Okay.
Like, anyone can play Tyranids and Ruffle summon someone,
Uh,
but to play this army really well, it's like it's a work of art.
the Sanctus is going to shoot the fire prism. Just automatically hit. And then
Who is?
the Sanctus, the sniper.
Okay.
And not do a wound. That's okay because now you have crossfire marker. That's all I really want. And then I will now. I'm going to shoot. He has how many? He has 3 wounds left. And he's 3 up safe. I'm going to shoot the Seismic Cannons into this. I'm going to spend 1 CP
All right,
to
down to
count him as
6.
exposed for my industrial weapons, which are my Seismic Cannons, which I get back. So
Nice.
recycle a CP.
All right, up to 7.
So the Seismic Cannons.
So here we go.
Probably.
All of his industrial weapons now have +1 wound because they account for being exposed.
I'm going to push, and he
gonna
now gets an
slap.
aura of reroll once to hit.
Yes, yes they are.
I'm going to spend another CP
All right, down to
to
6.
overload the Seismic Cannons for
Oh.
+1 damage.
Hell yeah.
So they're now they're now 3 shots at 6, 2, 3.
I do
And they're
believe
+1 to
though,
wounds. I'm wounding on 4s.
if he rolls a 1,
And
they die.
then,
oh, but he gets +1 damage.
they heal up. They do a mortal wound to the unit on a 1, but now I have reroll 1s because I killed the model with the color morph. And then I'm going to do. He's 2 wounds left. T4. I'm going to be wounding on 4s.
I
All the
personally don't
Seismic
play any
Cannons.
fights. I don't see
And
I don't think they're that
then
great. But I do
half
like
the
to see
shotguns
2 15-man bricks
into him.
actually pull some work here. So
Have the shotgun stick.
they're like the guardsmen of the.
So we'll start with the
they're
Seismic
actually
Cannons.
guardsmen.
This preserves a litany.
Yeah. So
Oh, here we
here we
go.
go.
Spirits of the Machine, reward my faith, and smash the target.
Very eloquently put.
Is that for the
Short and
emperor
to
or
the
for the
point.
4-armed emperor?
That's for the Emperor.
Yeah. With how many arms?
The 2-armed Emperor. Okay, so the Seismic Cannons, now hitting on 3s. Rerolling once, but once kill a guy, but not
So
them.
in the
just anyone.
lore, you see
And
them take over a
then
planet,
wounding on 4s.
and they like procreate within themselves, but they slowly become more and more
1,
human
2 ones.
to the point where they actually don't realize they're
It's like kill a
Genestealer.
guy. It's okay, but
And
he'll die.
that's like the
half.
lore here is that he's procreated so much he
It's
just
like
thinks he's
annoying
guard.
flying ants.
So it's very cool. It's very fluffy, and I really like
And
it.
then
Love it.
wounding on 4s.
Your strength
Deep
7?
supplies. Well, strength 6, but +1 to wound.
Neon Invaders. Thanks for the follow, man. Also, it looks like Tyler Fields has
this
already
many
finished his
wounds.
match,
And AP?
scoring
AP2.
94 to
Each is
24.
3 damage.
Tyranids versus Death Guard.
2, 4, 6,
Jesus.
Yeah.
9.
So a game has finished, come to conclusion.
Yeah, Mr. Fields over here, the Kara Kombucha guy,
Tyranid
just smashes our Steve from Stranger Things.
So
Just
6,
destroy
War Gaming smashing
12.
Steve.
There's a block.
Stranger Things. Unfortunate.
Maybe I'll get a.
And then I have
maybe we'll get Tyler over here to tell us how the
8
game
shotguns,
Yeah.
which are not, they don't count you as exposed.
went. But
So the
from what I'm
other
assuming
shotguns
is,
are wasted.
Stan never got any psychic spells off, and Tyler charged him.
Jeez.
If I had to
Did
take
you
it.
bring Harridan?
He did not bring Harry. Harry's not that great anymore.
But I am
okay.
+1 because I
Yeah.
cross-fired you.
Unfortunately, you can't actually give him the final kill
You're at
anymore. It
-1
becomes a
as
6
well.
up. And the strap
Oh, wait,
to
so that's-
have his like exploding 6s doesn't work anymore.
Unfortunate.
So Harry is kind of on the shelf, I believe, for him at the
The
moment.
4.
He's benched.
He's a little
Only
benched,
2?
yeah.
I should have focus fire a little bit better on him.
He still flew him here from ToRRaDaS.
Save them both.
Yeah.
Okay. The
I
little
can see
mistake
Sam
hit.
sitting in
It's okay.
remorse. He's probably figuring what the hell did I
time
do
of us
wrong
will shoot
here.
this auto pistol.
I think it was just pairing into Tyranids round 1.
That's
There's-
a little annoying.
There's
but not-
Steve from Stranger Things sitting in the background
Can you see him?
behind the guy in the red shirt.
Oh, there he is. Look how sad he looks.
All sad looking.
Uh,
Losing this
this
game.
truck will shoot. Don't want to make that charge any slower. I don't want to. I'm not going to bother shooting your fire prism. I'm not going to do anything to it. Everything into the bikes again
From the truck? Okay.
from the truck.
I will say this: if he does actually clear off everything that's here,
So
being
auto cannons.
not behind the building on this turn,
I have not
he's still
crossfired them.
looking
That's
great.
okay because I didn't get any.
He's actually down to a very few units. It's the Swoopy Hawks. I think his characters
Ooh,
and
maybe
squad
one.
dire vendors. So they're gonna have
Bike's
to put in
dying.
a shift and a half. I think it's very interesting though. It's a 5-day mission. It's almost like nobody wants to step into the center.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably because
And
there's
flying
no,
standards
There's no cover.
There's no
are
cover
horrible.
anywhere.
It is
We're into
quite,
the TO.
it's
or
quite
what?
interesting. Because once they know
Okay,
that
I
they're
killed two
touching
men,
center,
so
they're
that's
both gonna die. They're both
That was
3
more successful
toughness,
than I
1 wound
thought.
bodies. So it's actually very interesting. I like seeing it.
1 wound, AP 1.
On the
Or no,
bike.
1 wound, no AP. Sorry.
Yep. Go through.
Does a wound? All right. Well, how long have I made my charge now?
Look at
Now
that
a
tape
9.
measure action.
That's interesting because there was bikes in front of it.
I don't know if
is
you
there?
got a chance to look at
Yeah,
the
so,
Aeldari
so
army,
what,
though.
they're 8 inches
They're
away.
beautifully painted. The
Because I
Aeldari
keep
army.
checking inches, and now I took a bite. So now it's a
With
9.
all the flames on all the bikes.
Okay. But the bikes are 2 inches
It's
long.
almost a little sad to see them put it pulled off the table. You can tell you
I know,
put a
so,
lot of
like,
care
it-
into
I
that.
don't
a
know,
lot of time
but-
painting.
They're. And then I think that concludes my. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, that'll conclude my shooting. Okay. Now, does he have any fun charge at Overwatch tricks?
Overwatch, no.
No.
He has his normal stuff.
He should be
Yeah.
screen. That's
So
fine.
I can declare a 12-inch charge into him, and you can't. There's nothing you can do about that.
I can
I'm
spend a
90%
CP in
sure
Overwatch.
Okay, well, you want to do it.
Dog something
I'm
else.
sure you won't do that.
No.
I will.
Things are
I don't want a heavy flame. I don't want a flamer pistol.
Everything
Thanks.
is penalties.
I'll do a 12-inch charge. They tried.
Yeah, they're
They got
close.
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 They made a good effort, but
but
you know.
tripped on the finish line.
Well, they would have made the 9 to the fire person.
Were they
I
going
should have
for the
flipped it the
11s?
other way.
yeah.
Nah, 12
Okay.
inch. 12
They're
or-
going to declare.
Nice. I think he might actually try to double.
I'm going to gamble a little bit. They're going to declare the Dire Avengers and the bikes.
Yeah.
so
Nailed it.
smart.
So 8 to the Dire Avengers, 9 to the bikes. I have to get both.
Oh, here we go.
Some ESPN
I think we're
analytics
going,
right
some, I
there.
think we're going for a prayer.
They've taken 4. How many couches have they taken this turn? 4?
4.
So the only thing is,
It's not worth it.
leave
Just the
the
Dire
Dire
Avengers for an
Avengers
8-inch
with
charge.
any
I
models,
think that's
if they're
smart.
below starting strength, they get the
So
double.
3d6, pick the 2 highest.
So you really need
Before
to,
I roll that, do I have any other?
You really need
Okay.
to kill them off in one turn.
Now I'll make it on a 9. I would have made the bikes, but I could have easily not made the bikes, and that would have felt really stupid.
So it looks like he just went after the Dire Avengers. I'm actually kind of interested in how much difference of a charge it was.
So what I want to do is
I think you
do
get
the
10.
first one.
10 over a 9? Huh. I think he said
but
he would
I
have made
can't do the
the
return.
bikes, but he didn't want to risk it.
9.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to think about it.
Yeah, I probably can't. I can't do the return to the shadows thing.
Unfortunately, I think even with Kylan and Mythology, you won't be able to touch
I
it.
should have declared the bites because now they can't return to the
So
shadows.
that one is just up for grabs. Nobody wants it. It's like that last slice of pizza when you don't really know everybody
Yeah.
and everyone's really awkward about it.
Keeping you penned in.
Perhaps a slight misplay there.
So yeah, there's no way to.
I
There's no way
don't
to
think
position
so.
this such
I
that
actually
they're
think
not
if you
inside.
touch the center objective, you
So I
die.
might as well not try.
So I think it's better for Nathan to grab it with a 5-man squad.
And you have nothing
Doesn't
else in
care.
reserve. What's on the table is what you have, right?
I
This one
have
says Genestealers,
nothing else in reserve.
so I think he's going to pick them up.
I mean, I still have this
After he
unit
gets
that's of the 10. I have the 10-man units in the
In
transport.
tanks, but
Well,
those
so
are still
everything
on.
else-
There's
on
units
the
in
field.
these transports, so when he pops them,
There won't
it's
be any
going to
more
have to kill the
deep
guys
striking
inside.
in
So
there.
he should
I
have.
can pull units
He
back
should
into
get
reserve and then push them out the turn after. But
He
that's
should get an 8 on
They are
fire.
physically
You can
on
only do
to-
that for one unit.
one unit
Steven's going to get a 4.
per turn.
I'm guaranteed that. So.
Okay.
Let's see if
so
I
on
can
to
wave
Tyler.
down our Tyranids player.
Yeah, we can talk to him afterwards.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of curious how the
mauls this
game went
unit.
so quick. It was
Well,
about an
I
hour.
mean,
What?
if he's nailing all of his hits,
So each guy is base 2 attacks. The heavy
You're going
rock
to see him at a
cutters
top table, I'll tell you right
are,
now. He's also just very good at his army.
are-
His army's just very good.
knows
So,
it.
He knows it and out.
but everyone is +1 because of the spell.
Like when the Kari book came out, I hate it with people. So only for his time in the sun.
So 3 attacks, 3 attacks, 3 attacks.
So I
this
don't know
many-
if he actually stayed outside 6 of the bike here. Like, might not be
Is that
able to
all
pick him
your
up.
attacks?
This is just the special weapons.
Okay.
And these are wounding on 2s.
Okay.
So this many wounds at AP, you're in.
Yep. So 5 up. Blah. 2.
Four?
So only leaves 4.
Uh,
Not bad.
And then the sergeant has 3 attacks base.
Okay, so this
plus
is
1
not,
for the
these aren't
assault
Gene Stealers,
weapons,
so he won't
and
even
plus
be able
1
to pick up
for
these.
what's that?
These aren't Gene Stealers. I apologize.
for
These must just be
the spell.
neophytes.
and then he
How'd your game go,
rerolls
bud?
hits,
I thought you smashed them.
but he doesn't use it, so they all hit.
What
And these are
happened?
wounding on 3s. I'll deep supplies reroll this one. That's okay, that's done. So 3 wounds at AP 2.
Oh,
2.
Okay.
that'll do it,
And then the
bud.
remaining 5 guys
Awesome.
each have 2 attacks base
So
plus
it looks
1,
like
so
Mortal
4 attacks
Wounds was the,
each with
with the
spell
Death Guard's
and assault weapons.
downfall, huh?
So 5
Yeah,
guys is
that's what it
20.
always is.
It always
So
is, yeah.
5.
How's Sam feeling after that? Good. Good.
Good.
5.
Speaking of our loser,
Absolutely not.
Got teed off on him.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
Testicle.
Don't ever do that to anybody.
but did you have fun?
And 3.
But it was Tyler.
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, good. As long as
This many wounds at
yeah, you can't have a bad game with Tyler. He's a great guy.
The game was
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 3, 4, 7, 9.
Wait, before you. Let me double check one thing before you take your casualties away. I just want to make sure I'm not lying to you.
Well, those are invulnerable saves. So there's only 4, and I definitely failed 4.
Yeah, they are AP2 good. I just wanted to double check it was because I remember the AP1. That was because I was fighting Space Marines the other day.
So Tyler Fields and Sam Summers ending the game.
Okay,
Moving forward at
too close to
23
get
for a
to
Tyranid win
Return to the shadows.
on table 4.
I am within 4 inches, so I might as well just tag you. Make you spend a CP to fall back and do stuff.
You have first one's done.
Or I just don't do stuff. It's 2 jet bikes. I could just fall back and not do stuff.
Hey, but at least it's easy to
Well,
do.
it looks
There's no
like
harm.
Oh, yeah.
I have a good feeling that
Okay.
you're going to be playing it
Your turn.
at some point.
Wait, hold on.
At some point.
No, that's it.
know
Morale
you get
phase.
that game on
do
camera.
you lose the deadline?
He's not going to fail. And
There's 3
they
games today, so it could be
will
the third one.
pass.
Yep, good.
What's going on? Am I taking?
You know what? Maybe you won't even. You know it. You won't even play them with third.
How many you guys score
Can I get
for
your water?
behind the enemy
Not
lines?
right now. I'm going to focus on this.
You got 4 points in behind enemy lines there,
So
bud?
I got the 4 behind enemy lines points,
Yep, 4 for R&D, and how much for ambush?
and I killed a unit that was exposed. I killed a unit of so 3 points for ambush.
Do you not get an additional one if you do all 3?
I think that's just for brute swarm.
Yeah, I'll double check, but I think you're right.
How many primaries do you hold there, Steven?
1.
1? All right, 4 command points going towards
will-
Steven and the Aeldari.
Check the codex, which
And
is
we're going to
sensibly
start
way down.
the bottom of battle round 2 here.
You're right. I only get it.
There's our score breakdown, guys. Right now we're sitting at 27-14 for the Genestealer cult.
Now, Steven also just does score at the end with no prisoners, so
Oh yeah.
keep that in mind. And Engage can be scored, and Scry Futures can be
Oh yeah.
done. This game is not anywhere near
Oh, it is not over yet.
No.
It's only battle round 2.
I know.
There's still lots of game left, guys.
I don't know the Swooping Hawks next.
I wonder if Nathan has the upgrade on a 5-man squad to come within 3. It is the easiest way to score R&D in your opponent's deployment zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you have to screen off 3 of these.
Oh, that's not happening.
It doesn't look like. Oh no, he
And they're
does.
2x2 all the way
Trap's fine.
through the
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry?
They're 2x2 all the way
I
through.
think
That's what we did.
R&D. It's pretty
I'm assuming that
almost
there's
like
there's
guaranteed with Genestealer cults.
There's our competitors list, guys. If you want to have look at them.
So it looks like the Swooping Hawks are coming back out, try to deal with these 15-man bricks, I believe. Neophytes. They can do it.
They can.
They have like 30 shots, so
They're a pretty powerful unit.
they are way too cheap for what they do. But I think you can say about that with any 9th edition book. When it comes out. It looks like he touched here, so if he wants to actually fall back and shoot, he's going to have to spell CP. I really like that instead of just keeping mine open. There's a little thing that people forget, but it's ABC or ABT. Sorry, always be touching.
Always be terraining.
Yeah.
Oh, you have more
You always want to be
bikes?
touching someone's models. It saves you from being shot or making them fall back.
Fucking bikes.
Where the terrain is from? It is from. One second. I can definitely tell you. But you can buy the whole kit. It's like about $100, and yeah, it's great. Let me just take a quick look here. I should know because I built all the terrain, but here we go. TT Combat is the website. And I believe these are
I'm just gonna use these
the
things in my
Gothic
action
ruins, actually. If you want to buy the whole
So like
set,
say like a Nachmund.
they have it all in there, and they're actually very easy to build. Takes about an hour, and they look great. And they function
another
really
one,
well
right?
as long as you give them the right keywords. No shade. No shade. But it's a great company, and we picked up, Josh from the deck box picked up enough for the whole community to run a 60-man event. So, this one wasn't advertised too much. I think you want to keep it on the down low, but in 3 months, I believe he's going to be doing another one.
Also,
We're going to
gonna
spam the
pull
hell
those
out
back.
of it.
also it is Father's Day weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull those
People have
back.
kids apparently.
I'm gonna send them over here.
Apparently.
Not me, that takes away from Warhammer. And then I'd have to talk to a woman.
Yeah. Well, who wants to do that?
That's awesome.
Cooties.
But if Steven doesn't really cripple enough of the Genestealer army this turn, it's going to be...
Nobody knows what Genestealer Cult does.
Sorry?
Nobody knows what Genestealer Cult
I do. That's why I didn't stop talking.
All
There's
right.
a reason why I wanted this match on camera first.
All right. So psychic phase. He's going to try and gain a CP.
Very good.
I got it on a 9.
Very good.
All right. He is going to give that guy.
Do you
+2
have your
to
Strands of
cast
Fate dice?
And deny. You got it.
Who is he giving it to? I'm going to attempt to deny that. Because I can deny anyone on the board. Because I have
I would strongly
The
recommend.
relic!
the eye of a navigator. It's literally the navigator's third eye.
You need more than 6.
Which I deny.
All right. Perfect. He is.
I don't know if he
then going to
rolled his
doom
Strands of Fate
them.
dice.
Yep.
No, you
And he got it.
Which I will.
And you have to do it at the beginning of every battle round.
Which I will also attempt
It's
to
not
deny.
something you're allowed to miss.
Nope. The plus
So I
one. The
will-
plus one
All
doesn't.
right.
At the start of
And he's going
the
to
Genestealer Cult's
die
turn, I'll
that
make sure you roll
Swooping
it, but
Hawk Squad.
Sure.
it's
And
fully
he got
something
it
you're
on a
not
9.
legally allowed to miss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not an A ability.
Yay! Psychic
Wait,
power.
why did he get it on an 8?
Disqualify you after you do it
What?
twice.
Why did he get it on an 8?
Well, maybe not disqualify you, but
Oh,
they'll
yes,
definitely
yes,
penalize
carry
you.
So he would
Well, I'll
technically
always
get
do that
+3
one.
if
But I just wanna make sure you
fell
got
off,
I denied
which is-
that one, but-
which is really,
It's very
really good.
Yeah,
important.
Like,
it's very hard to deny.
yeah.
Because if he
So
Nathan
that's
makes
why I have
decisions before he does that, it
Um,
might be a
and-
little iffy.
They are going to lower your.
Just to
they're
be
going
fair.
jinx you and lower
You
your.
don't want to see
save.
Nathan
Oh, no, my
position
5
forward
up
because you don't
armor
think he
save.
has
Well,
these
there you
saves.
got 11. Can't deny that.
Yeah, my T-shirt is now a tank top.
Yeah, but now you don't have a T-shirt.
Yeah, I
No,
think
so I went from guardsman T-shirt to Catachin tank top. They
I
have a 6+
believe
save back in
Genestealer calls
4th
custom
edition.
since you get to do
All
up
right.
to 4.
So that's the change.
think
They're
you
just
took,
more Rambo units.
ignoring heavy or
You actually just buff them
like,
because they're now
mining
Catachins.
weapons, you get to ignore the any
So
modifiers.
big mistake.
They went to wait.
I believe he
wait
also
dated them.
has mini transhuman, so you can't be wounded on
Okay.
2s.
Shooting time.
And the last one I think is 1 free
Okay.
wound.
So
Nice.
the
Yeah.
first thing I'm
It's
going
very
to
powerful.
fire
I personally really
is
like
him.
Wait, hold on. Before you
either
start
Cult of the Four-Armed Emperor lets you reroll
delineate
12
for
charges,
me who are they shooting the hot
or
spots. So this
the
is
one
spot?
that gives you
Yeah,
mini
if you
transhuman and
look,
plus 1 strength on turn.
See how they two
Oh, I see. Yes.
and once.
I see. Yes.
Oh, and plus 1 movement that one does. It's very good. Twisted Helix, that's what I'm thinking of.
Twisted here.
Unfortunately, they are just within 12.
But a lot of people like
I
the
have
custom
a
calls
thing I
because
can
they're all
do, but I
very
can't do
good.
it in
And
this particular
it
instance.
is the
Carry on,
best
sir.
book quality. There's so much
they're-
play to this
so
book,
he's
it's
gonna
just
shoot
it's
these
so hard
guys.
to
Yeah.
navigate.
Who's which one is?
And people don't have the
X-Arch is
balls,
gonna shoot
so
you.
it's hard
Yeah.
to figure out what's good.
I am 3 up. Strike 4. My blam.
4 up inbound.
-1. Yeah.
So that's good.
All right.
Oh, you jinxed them.
We don't. That jinx. Okay. Jinx doesn't affect invulns.
Oh.
It's armor saves.
Oh, interesting. I
Save.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So
I don't have enough invuln for me to care about that, so I didn't make note of it, but that's good to know.
the back.
No, it's not using the new CP rules as they're not fully confirmed yet.
These guys.
Sure.
Let's try it. Let's see if I can kill any. 2, 3.
You can't hack the ODM here. They're too good. I need to designate one as Captain Levi. Because someone made an excellent Levi the Genestealer joke.
Yes.
I don't remember who did it, but
That was definitely Mumix.
yeah.
All right. Here we go. Wow. This. And this is not the one that has the guide on it. Very good.
We can, yeah. Don't do it. Don't draw a penis.
So 4?
Top 4.
4. That was not a
Yeah.
6.
Are we going down for some?
5, 6, 7, 8,
Hell
9,
yeah.
10, 11, 12.
12. 4
For
up
next round, I want
vulnerable
to make sure the
6.
camera gets behind there. But yeah, no, it's very cool.
That was left good.
That is almost the entire unit, I think.
Look at these
Beat a hole.
sick conversions.
4, 5, 9. I think I lost.
Even on
Yep,
both
that's a
sides,
unit.
the all the bikes are
Fuck,
converted
man, that's just.
from like old edition.
And
like,
you're just gonna- and you
Pelican
can just bounce them
models,
away.
something like that.
Actually, I'm not
I
just
love when
gonna
people
bounce
actually
them away
put time
this
and effort in their army, unlike me.
Or maybe I want to.
Yep.
I think I want one
Listen,
more
we
turn.
have a little bit of quarter with the terrain right now,
I
but
think I want one more turn.
Yeah,
to
you
safety.
know what? You have it's a 5
How
turn
do you
game,
feel about
5
these
round
at
game.
distance?
You might as well just get 5
These at
rounds of
distance.
infinite shooting and never dying out of them, right? Like that's fair.
It's completely fair.
What?
Nathan.
Nope, they're
Sounds
not.
like I
They're,
can't
they're
be
just
sure shot on turn 1 if I get turn 1.
That's what Josh wrote in this.
And that's your whole army,
Yes.
not just 2 units.
No, that's what Josh wrote in that. Nathan,
But my
went over
army
and
doesn't
asked,
have that output from any one unit.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna
How
ask
much
Josh
for
again just to make sure it was
18
correct. But
Eh,
It's 180 points for the 10
strength,
guys.
strength what? Strength 4?
Strength 4, but they auto wound on 6.
Yeah. So
All right, so the next unit is actually going to shoot into this
Yeah,
giant
for sure.
blob. 1, 2, and you don't get cover save by the way.
no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Where's my?
9.
Oh, I took a Climavis instead of. That was stupid. I need to like put like base markers on all. Like I have it for some of the infantry, but I need to like paint on like colors for like the characters and stuff because they blend in so well. Oh, that's why GW make Marines paint like their chaplains black.
I'm just doing color.
So then they stand out. Oh, well, that makes sense.
So these are all hits.
These are all hits.
These I need to reroll. Tough 3.
Tough 3.
So 3s. Here we go. So those are all wounds, and then all these. So that's 2. Are you just gonna roll all the dice, or have them counting them all up?
So 6 up saves, you say?
6 up saves.
Wait, hold on. This requires a litany of protection.
While you do that, I'm just gonna move these guys.
Oh my! Oh, wait, no, that's. Oh, here we go. Oh, Emperor of mankind, send your gaze to me with benevolence. Watch over your servant and soldier and protect me from peril.
Yeah. Take that, Emperor.
9 points.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets everything.
It was not super effective.
Oh yeah.
Nope, that should be the unit.
Probably is the. It's 5, 5.
Oh, there's one more 6 here.
Oh, thank you. 5.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Full unit
Yep.
obliterated by the
I
keeping
I
odds.
was worried about
Yep.
this
I'm
matchup.
not very surprised by that.
I know you didn't want to face
He
it,
gets
but
t-shirts, so
this is
he's
like
6 ups.
you have so much anti-infantry firepower that like I literally cannot do
I
anything.
think Nathan's gonna end the game with very little models.
All right.
I think
So
he's gonna pull out with his secondary phase. Maybe ambush is
I
gonna
have
probably
one guaranteed
be the
hit.
worst one,
So
but
that's gonna
I'd say
be
it gets to a
6.
9 on it.
Yep.
12 on R&D.
My Farsi is going to
and
shoot this. He's
Yep.
not
I
covered
want to say
anymore.
12 on behind enemy lines as well.
So he's going to shoot you. Hits you
So
on.
got
Yeah, the
the,
bottom
It's a
he
mortal
has
wound.
one bomb down.
Oh, I got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's the bomb down.
It's all these are mortal
He went
wounds.
first.
Oh
right?
yeah, you had that
So that
colonel
is
forward.
the seed
do.
saving grace. So he can score a 12 on
So he
primary.
is.
At the end of the game,
He, I
to
think
be
he's
able
only
to see a second.
T3. Oh yes.
And really 16 if
So
he just
3
plants
ups
the bomb.
because you have your thing.
So 4 wounds.
So that is.
As long as he still has units at the end of the game,
Because I didn't roll a
I
6
think
the
it's,
second.
this
3
will
mortal
be
wounds.
very
3 mortal
close.
wounds.
Yes, 1 wound left.
Yeah.
Cool.
But taking out that whole brick of neophytes is pretty good. Pretty sweeping
Because of
odds.
the pistol, I can't shoot the actual bike. So I have these 3 warlocks. Actually, I'm going to use him to charge to get on the objective.
I would
That's what
actually like
I'm
to see the
gonna
bikes charge the vehicle.
So
but,
he's out of
not
range
kill it.
for anybody. Correct?
You don't think they can?
I don't want it to.
He is
If he
just
charges
an-
the bikes with his,
Okay, that unit
and not kill the
okay, so I
vehicle,
just have to shoot that unit first.
I don't think it can.
All
to
right,
be
so I'm
fair.
going to shoot 3 warlocks.
But they're
with the bikes
not going to
out.
combat.
They will be -1.
They won't attack each.
And I'm going to now
But it will
spend.
take
I'm
them
going to
off
spend a
primaries
CP.
there.
Do I recycle this? Did I recycle a CP already? Just now?
You already did.
Yeah, on this power run he
I
did.
did. Okay. Then sweet for +1 save. It's like take cover for guard, but
Okay.
The only
What's
thing
our
is,
normal
I
armor
think he
save?
fell back with the bike, and I don't know if he spent 2
Because
TP
of
to
4.
charge.
yeah.
So if I get 6,
So the strat's 1 CP to fall back 2.
Yeah.
2 CP if you want to turn as well.
All right, hit it on 3s.
-1 because of that's.
But if he did do 2 CP, you can take him off that and put him, put Nathan to a 4 in primary.
So that is in your tough 3, right?
Tough
We'll
4.
see, though.
Tough 4, all
That's
right.
only helps 1.
So there's 6 at -3, which is 7. Or
And Babaroth can go all
So I
over
passed the
one
1, and then the 4 died.
This is a very
So now they no longer protect.
No more. No more.
Ah, another casualty!
Oh my God, Nathan is
Another
just
broken model.
ruining all of his models.
Where'd my glue go?
I'm actually
He break
going
something?
to.
Oh yeah, their glue's coming out.
Baharoff is going to shoot the. No,
coming
they
out on
should
the
fail
table.
their leadership, correct?
Man down, man down.
They have leadership. I want to say 8. I'll double check, but
I believe, yes, that would be 3 hours.
I just repair this guy's.
And how many wounds does he have?
He has 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, Baharoff's going to shoot him.
Sure. This
Put
one?
on 2s. Strength 6, so you still have that. I can only wound on 3 thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4 at -2.
4 at -2, so let's go straight through.
Okay, that's 2 damage each. So that's 8
He
damage.
dies.
And then Bahara is going to pop over.
Yeah, leadership 8.
Here. Wait.
What have you done? Ah.
I think next time we should bring a little table
And
so we
now,
fit it down a little bit.
That
Yeah,
table
you know what I
quarter,
mean.
that
yeah.
table quarter, that table quarter,
That'd be
and
very
that table
cool.
quarter.
Very good.
Because, you know, that's balanced. Completely balanced.
Yep.
Okay, so I still have this thing to shoot.
I think you may have
And him, but I
sacrificed.
don't think you're within range
Oh,
of
no, I
12
think we just put
inches.
that
I
on
don't want to
pretty
shoot
bad.
that. He has 1 wound left.
Oh yeah.
Put something back here, and I think
The
it might be
big
better.
important one. I'm going to use a CP.
Okay.
All right, down to
And
4.
my Dire Avengers are going to shoot these guys.
Yeah.
So that's 33 shots.
Yep.
These guys proc their extra AP on a 5
Yep.
to wound you. And 6s are generating additional hits for them.
Sure.
So, 1, 2,
I'm not sure what he's going to CP on. I think it's exploding 6s.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on, 6s. A couple 6s. Here's a 6. Man, there's a lot of misses in here. It's good for you, Nathan.
It is.
I
Thank you.
think we have another game ending here.
But
yeah?
I rolled 5 6s. So 5 of those dice.
So let's take a quick look here.
Come back in.
What am I like? How do
See if they submitted
I?
the score. Yep. We have
The math
Jonathan
is just
Bendrick
not
with
in my
Eldari Crapper Mix.
If it was God of War, maybe,
because
because then I could have gotten a bunch of exposed plays off.
the
But
Space Marine
And you're
Army
strength
round
what? Or
for
tough what?
Death Watch.
tough
Okay.
4.
And 23. He scored 23.
Oh boy,
All right.
Jonathan is
so-
one of our, I would say, one of our better players around here. So,
he is definitely a community giant.
and he was playing
2
Eldari.
at -2.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Oh, and those are all
I'll
-4.
I'll get a quick word and see how the game went though after this.
Yeah, filthy.
But his list is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Jonathan's, yeah.
And then I'm
He's
going to
rocking
shoot
almost
his
the same
2 shots
solids
over
as
there
he has no
again.
bikes.
Sure.
But what he makes up for is the
Once. I'm going to use my
Output
auto
speed.
wounding from my dice.
its punching power.
Sure.
Nice.
So that's going to auto wound of
I like it a
-5.
lot.
Do you have an vulnerable
He
save on that
uses
thing?
to the
over
last
there?
very effectively.
All right, so you're going to take 3d3 damage, which is
I got a couple
4
of prime
damage.
scenes in and my ass
Fortunately,
kicked.
that's exactly enough. Perfect. If you had rolled one more one. Okay, so I'll put the
Does it
10 man.
explode?
No, I gotta put the 10 man down first.
Okay.
All right, so it looks
What
like
else do you have left to shoot?
he got the rock truck over
To
there.
shoot, I have nothing.
live
That's
truck,
the last
sorry,
of
live
shooting.
Excellent. Okay, very good.
Yes.
So that doesn't really
It's a
matter.
good
right?
transport. If there's dudes inside of it, you can make it show through demonstrators.
But at this point, your movement
yeah?
should be
Yeah.
heavily
It's like
impaired.
a strength A minus.
You shouldn't have enough
3
bodies
damage
on the
gun.
table to really come
Or like-
back and.
It's like
go.
setting a grenade off.
I
and
still have
chucking
over
it.
half
Oh,
my army
TNT
on the board.
with their miners.
So I'm in a really good position.
No, you are. And it was realistically always going to go this way because your whole army is tailored. I don't want to say tailored. It is appropriate for the meta and is good for, as a result, is good at incidentally good at killing T3 low armor save bodies.
Yes.
You evade my baby transhuman because you're all strength 4, and you have fast moving stuff that can like. I was never going to win this one, unfortunately. Like I know you were scared, but like, and you played it well. Don't get me wrong. But like,
So-
I did not play necessarily optimally. But even then, even if I had,
Look at this. It's already Valorant 2 and they're pretty much talking about it.
Let me do an
know, right?
Overwatch, can't you?
let me put my guys down first.
And this is why Genestealer cults.
No,
Not a fan.
no. Don't talk. That.
They seem like they die so easily.
They do.
And then,
But
explode.
like I said, I think his list is a lot more fluffy than
You
it is
essentially are playing against
utilized.
my army.
When I play a lot of Acolyte hybrids. I play a lot more Acolyte hybrids, and I use
Mine's more
small
dialed
squads to
against
just
Tyranids, though.
score points into 9 points.
Yeah.
So, and a lot more trickery. So he would have like,
All right.
I'll have no models in the game, but
I can
he'll have
Overwatch.
4 points on primaries.
I don't have any bonuses to Overwatch. But if I hit, I get like the extra shot. But like it's still only hitting 6s.
Okay, I'm going to send my warlocks in.
Very good.
Are you overwatching?
Let me think about it. How much CP do I have left?
You have 5.
5. I'm gonna go up to 4, back up to 5 if I spend it. It would be nice, but they're T4.
T4.
And how many wounds?
3 wounds each.
3 wounds each.
I think what he's trying to consider is.
No,
Come
but
on,
I'm
over
only
here.
gonna get like at most 2 hits, so no.
I think what
Okay.
he's trying. I think it's
In
considering
we go.
watching.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
So they, because they are on jet bikes and have the fly keyword, I can fly over top of you.
Yep.
Yeah,
And over top of
and I
you.
agree. Like it's only 3
And
shots. He's not
that
gonna hit. He
will
might hit
leave me
one.
within engagement range.
So he might pick up a bike. But...
And Nathan actually taught me this.
And I don't believe the moving thing happens. I think
What
it only
did I
happens in
teach you?
shooting
Oh,
games.
this thing, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I got FAQ. Did you used to be able to shoot? And like if you got charged, you could then piece the hell out. But well, some say nice, some say weird. I'm on. They probably shouldn't use that in the game.
This is what happens when you teach me stuff.
It is.
All right. The Farseer is going to go in.
Yep.
And he's going to go in.
Yep.
All right, he's going to go in. Now, because he's declared a charge, and he's made it, or he doesn't even have to make it, but he's declared a charge, on a 4-up, you're going to take D3 mortal wounds. And you're dead.
Yep. I will now spend 2 CP
All right,
to
down
shoot on death.
Down to 3.
This is a little better.
What's their invul? 4. 4. And he has 2 wounds left? 3. 3 wounds left. Okay. Who do I really want to pick off here? And he has a 5-up invul,
Dude, it's a little hard to read.
right?
Actually, he does that on the charge in. I don't know if he moves. Does he?
Sure, okay. I don't know.
It's on charge.
I think you have to make the charge move, and then after you resolve the charge,
Declare charge.
that's the.
Let me just double check
Yeah.
it.
The break's not long.
I'll decide who I want to shoot at.
Each time the bearer finishes charge.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does make it in.
And he has 2 wounds left.
3.
3 wounds left. Okay. I'm going to put.
He is at -1 to hit and shooting.
Sure.
And you can't target the Farseer.
Yep, for sure. I didn't want to target the Farseer. I'm gonna put 2 pistols into the Warlocks and 1 pistol into the exit. So the 2 pistols into the exit. The two pistol shots from the 1 pistol into the exit. Both hit. And that's 2 extra shots. There. And both of those. It's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. With I'm strength 5. I will need the pause reroll this one. So 3 wounds, AP 1.
Two goes through.
So he has 1 left. No, that's on the extra. That was the XR, and then
Does
the
he
2.
normally hit on 2s?
Yeah, he's a really good shot. That's his thing. Okay, and then the remaining 4 pistol shots into the Warlocks. So they all hit. So I get 4 more shots. Those all hit. These are wounding on 3s again. I used my deep supplies reload, so 5 wounds at AP 1.
2.
2, very
1
good.
wound each.
Yep. Try. Oh, great success.
All right. So, and I should be able to, because they charge, they get to be chosen.
They get to do a thing. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Then the real
they
question
can't
is,
attack you, but they are going to
he's not
tag
saying he
you.
wants to deep strike.
He has no shooting.
Because if he doesn't, I don't know how he's going to get behind enemy lines anymore.
I don't think he has anything left in deep
3
strike.
inches
That's
in
fine.
here,
Yeah, he said that.
and he'll move into there. Take your wounds with you. There we go.
I will now fight you.
Looking dire.
Yeah.
So he has
Dire
base 3 attacks
Avengers.
plus 1. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s, because you're T4.
Yep.
And deep supplies. 2 wounds, AP2.
Save and save.
Save, very good. I'm actually going to consolidate this way. Yep.
All right. So at the end of my turn, I'm in all 4 quarters of the table.
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
How much CP do I have left?
You have 3.
3.
I'm going to spend 2 more
Okay.
to auto pass his morale.
Nice.
Sounds good. All right. So you're gonna get all 4 corners for engage.
Yep.
Did you scry futures?
I did not.
Okay.
What's got engage on his quarter there?
He's got Bahara.
Bahara.
Byroth doesn't score engage. You need to
Oh.
have 3 or more.
He's right.
Or
Right.
a vehicle.
Okay,
or
so
a
that's
monster.
3 then.
So 2. Okay. Cool.
What is, so it's either 3 models,
3 models, a vehicle, or a monster.
so that they don't score that one either. Because there are only 2.
Yeah, that's also true.
So
I
not.
completely forgot that was an engagement. Otherwise, I would have warned you.
The GT book should be somewhere near you guys if you want to just double check, but yes. Engage got a big restriction with this GT book, so.
How many primaries you got, Nathan?
So we haven't scored yet.
Oh, okay.
We haven't, like, it's not my turn.
We're trying to figure out engage real quick.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Engage. This is battlefield supremacy.
Yep.
Qualifying unit is one that contains 3 or more models, or one that contains 1 or more vehicle or monster models.
Woo, it's like I know what I'm doing.
So these ones qualified. This one, if I had killed that warlock, it wouldn't qualify.
So only 2 quarters.
So yeah, he'll get
So I
nothing.
don't get any points.
Okay. Cool.
Excellent.
All right. Going into battle round 3 then.
Okay, so at this point, I hold 2 objectives,
Okay.
so I score 10. Oh, and I don't hold more.
Or 8.
Oh yeah, 8. You're right. Okay. For command phase, I'm going to put a crossfire marker on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the script.
Realistically,
I think that's going to be his downfall if he loses.
Yeah.
this squad right here. Yep.
You know what's cute? He paid 2 CP to auto pass that one dude, so he can score ambush. Or sorry,
Oh,
probably.
nice. Yes, that does make sense.
How much CP do I have now?
You have 2.
2. I'm going to spend 1.
Okay.
Oh, it's at the end of the movement phase, but I'm going to spend 1 to remove this unit and put it into the shadows. So that's the plan on that one.
Okay.
I'll do that at the end. Not that many units left to manage. And command phase, I'm going to put. I'm going to give this unit reroll 1s to hit and wound. It doesn't have to do anything because I'm about to put them into the shadows, but just so I remember to do that ability.
Sounds good.
So I believe that comes from a icon card.
I'm going to.
I'm not sure. Could be somebody else. There's a character that's hiding in the back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, fall this unit back. And just, you don't have any 6-inch heroic intervention shenanigans? You don't have any 6-inch heroics or anything like that? No, okay. You just have regular 3-inch. So you can't heroic into me, is what you're saying?
Nope.
Okay, very good. Okay. That gets me 2 points. Do any of these guys have OBSEC? Do any of these guys have OBSEC? Oh, but then you'll be within 3 inches in your heroic into me and kill me. So I don't think there's a viable way.
Anywhere there, I'm going to heroically intervene
Yeah,
you and
so,
kill you.
so I can't, like there might be a corner over here, but I obviously can't reach over there. So I will just get my 2 points from behind enemy lines with the 1 unit. So I really just want to score points.
I just wait. Just wait. Just in case.
Oh, actually, yeah. Good thing I haven't done it because I haven't deployed Nachmund data on that corner. So these guys are actually just going to move back, and I can just hide because they need to deploy Nachmund data next turn or this turn. So they're going to deploy Nachmund, and I'm just going to hide back here.
It's turn 4, correct?
Yep. No,
It's turn 3.
Turn 3, sorry.
Turn 3.
Yeah, top of turn 3. Yep. So So Nathan, are you not spending the 1 CP to put them in the shadows then?
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
All right.
why
This
you remind
squad.
Well, I just gotta keep track here. That's not fair.
I would have been like, hey, they
He's
they
playing
said they're
Genestealer
going to the
Cult. We gotta
shadows.
give him a little
No,
something. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to spend CP for nothing.
No, it would have forced him to put him in. He claimed it. He claimed the CP.
I mean, yeah, you can call it TO if you really want, but okay. That's on you. If you want to, it's up to you. I just gotta keep track of the score over here.
This is 9 guys, right? 4 big things.
Oh lord, I'm going crazy over here. Oh, I thought I was down. I think these are the Genestealers.
This guy's actually going to get. This thing's just going to move back out over to here. Get me exposed.
Nice.
Actually, no. You should stay on the objective.
Less nice.
This guy will move out and get me exposed on that.
That was cool.
So then now
But in
going
reality,
there,
that thing only has heavy stubbers.
he's just gonna die. I don't mind.
Hey, he has feelings.
Okay.
Feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are
So
Primus wood. I think it's Primus.
this unit's Nachmunding.
I can't tell. It might be the.
This unit fell back. He can't
It's one
do
of the many
anything.
characters, yes.
Okay. Psychic Phase. I will cast nothing because I don't want to spend. I have how many CP left?
2.
2. I don't think it's worth it just to give them +1 attack when they're. We want to shoot those guys anyways. I will now.
He fell back, can't shoot.
Sorry.
He fell back, he can't
No,
shoot,
no.
right?
I'm just thinking.
So as long as
I'm going to
these
spend
things
1
are-
CP. Or sorry, no. I'm going to shoot the Warlocks first before I spend the CP with my Sanctus.
If these things
shoot
are
the
the
Warlock.
Genestealers,
I automatically hit.
they will kill them.
Do I do a wound?
For sure. So.
I have deep supplies. I wound. I don't do a mortal wound.
39 to
Okay,
14
so it does
for the
nothing. So I can't neuro
Genestealer
I can't neuro overload you. But that's okay. He's just there to give them exposed. So, I mean, he just so I don't forget to put it down. He does have a crossfire marker. This squad, everything into the bikes. Okay. These guys. How much CP does he have left?
2.
2?
No,
How does he have left? 4? Okay. So he could burn, but like at this point, everything's gonna die anyways. I kind of want to just start picking off stuff. So everything from the truck into him.
Okay.
Auto cannons. Only will 1 hit because I don't have a crossfire marker on you. Oh, wound, AP1.
Save.
And then the heavy stuff. Deep supplies. 1 wound.
Goes through.
No AP,
wait,
no AP.
No AP. Saved.
Then that concludes my shooting phase. So I'm gonna get 3 points from the unless I have. Nope, don't have anything else to do.
I told you I don't do the terrain right through this event.
What are you doing?
My, my feet does.
So I score 3 for ambush.
Okay.
I score 2 for behind enemy lines,
Okay.
and I got my 3rd Nachmund.
Nice.
All right. Sounds good. So end of the turn with 2 CP and
This is
score
round 3, right?
round 3. Yeah.
My God.
How many primaries you got?
I have 2.
2 primaries. Awesome.
I almost had more if he didn't. If he took that tank
Oh, shit,
off
I
the
forgot
objective.
Baharov. I legitimately forgot he was there. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So
Nathan did.
so
What is my measuring tape?
start of your battle round
I
3
have one
here.
here. Here, borrow mine for now.
Oh, there it is.
Sitting at a
Perfect.
score of
Thank you.
44
All right.
to 22.
Order,
come
thanks
in
for the
and start
follow, my man.
doing things.
Or woman. Or either. Person. Yeah.
Da da da.
It's deadly, man. It's great.
They're going to advance. Still 8 inches.
Yeah, I have nothing left to fight with, unfortunately. His army, it's not tuned to kill me, but it's accidentally tuned to kill me because he correctly leaned in his shurikens and Hail of Doom to take out Space Marines, which incidentally makes him really good at killing a bunch of T3 bodies. Craft World and ToRRaDaS are just a little rough right now. Like the map, it's really unfortunate this tournament didn't happen like a week from now when the new points would be out. And the Genestealer secondaries got boosted. The new book shows them. Like I took a quick scan. So like there's an extra point for Brood Swarm for like having more models, which I will. So then I can score an extra point. And then I can't remember how Ambush got better. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's what. Yeah. So then I would have gotten like 2 more points from that, and then even the Sabotage one actually got usable. Let me count out my dice again. Nice 6 of 5.
Alright, I'm good.
5. 6 of 5. 5. 6 of 5. I could have sworn there was. Here we go. Set of 5.
There's so.
So cults are running out of models,
Yeah, they're running a little dry,
but
but they're used to being on the
I
road.
do believe there's still 10 dudes in this vehicle.
Actually, he just doesn't have any cover.
So
I don't
there's a
even
good chance
know
that he'll skill score 8 on his primaries.
No, you
Huge.
can't shoot him even unless you're within 12.
And if Nathan could deny him primaries on his
It's a little ridiculous. 'Cause
while
he's
still scoring 2
great
points of secondaries, he might be able to squeeze this out because
which is not what I'm using
Steven's
for-
a little bit
for
lacking on the
this
secondary
instance,
department. But going second with the 12 primaries is huge.
And the Warlocks are within 12. Sure.
Yep.
So he has no cover. Yada yada yada. 1, 2, 3. 4. I'll control 4 to 5 objectives at the end of this turn.
It's a lot of
Okay.
objectives.
Psychic phase.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Swooping Hawks is going to probably take the center point.
Sure.
He's going to hold this with his one character. I'm assuming he has
No.
a war.
Actually,
I
yeah,
think it's a
Smite's on
Parsi
5, right?
actually hiding
Yes.
out in this
Plus
building
1
here.
from the Warlocks.
So I'm curious how he's going to take this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any. I'm not gonna have a better opportunity to deny, so I deny you.
You do. All right, I'm going to kind of guide on the Warlocks. No. They only have +1. All right, I'm going to.
What's your last person?
What?
What's your other person?
Holding an objective.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I actually think this would be a great game for two last.
He's doing
If you were
Farseer.
playing,
He's going to gain CP.
So it looks like
7.
I believe Nathan has one bomb
can't
planted
control,
in the
so
top
I
left,
Oh, I can. I'm not going to. Wait, how much? What are the casts?
and nothing.
I'm
for Steven
going
at
to
the
lower
moment.
your armor save or increase mine. I haven't decided.
He has an invulnerable. No, he doesn't have an invulnerable. He just gets a bonus conversation.
As
Let me
long as
double check
Steven
this for you
remembers playing bomb, I'm pretty
before
sure
we, because then I'll affect whatever I want to deny, just to
I think it's still very close though.
be a dick.
And time can be a factor. They
He
do only
has a
have
5 up
45
invulnerable
minutes
save.
clock.
He's -1 to be hit. And that's it. Yeah. So he does have a 5 with invulnerable save.
45 minutes
So
left in
you
this
can't,
round.
You said you can't jinx that. No. Okay. And that's all you have left to cast. So I will. Does protect work on a verbal save?
I'll look it up after
Nathan
I cast
definitely
it.
has
Okay.
one down.
Yeah, I already said he has one at the top left corner here.
Yeah.
And
So
I
on
don't
your-
believe
Yes.
Steven has
No,
one.
I don't think
You see it
Steven
on
has
the
any down
side.
right now.
I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna deny that.
No, no.
No, I won't. All that thought is
Protect.
not succeeding.
Protect goes off by the skin of its teeth. Thanks to this first year CP. Okay.
Is that every turn you have to spend that, or?
No, it's at the, when I make my army.
Oh, right, I got you. I got you.
When I make my army, that's when I do it.
So did you say you just spec the CP?
No.
No.
So you're at 6 right now. Okay.
Yeah, quite a bit. I have as many as I started the game with.
Yeah. Can't take him home with you.
You try and use them with no.
Oh, trust me, I can use CP.
I think you might command point reroll too much then.
All right. Shooting phase.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna start here.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll that out? No. Okay. And then they're gonna land here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very good kombucha.
Yep.
And they're going to land inside the dense train, so if you're trying to shoot them, they're on minus.
Yep.
Agreed? Cool. That's the intent. I'm just gonna move them here.
Move them a little further over so that, because here's the.
So yeah, it looks like he puts Shooting Hawks on point 1.
He wants a whole unit inside the dense.
Yep. But I just have to tow the train anyway.
No. So if I can draw points at anyone on the model, then it doesn't count.
No, I mean I can get everybody. I can do everything I needed.
You can get in there. It's not. It's just like just don't be right in the middle there.
There. And then happy.
Yep. That's good.
And everybody's in the thing. Cool. All right. Fire Prism is going to shoot that thing.
Yep.
I have a hit here, so I'm gonna guarantee myself one hit,
Sure.
and I'm gonna roll the other one. And
Two
I got
hits?
2 hits. I have a wound roll here. I'm gonna
Guarantee a wound roll.
guaranteed wound roll,
Very good.
and I'm gonna roll the other one out. That's a wound as
Two
well.
wounds.
Minus 5.
He
You
did
do not
roll
have
his,
any.
Pen to pit dice. Yeah.
That's just to see if he close. He's obviously dead.
Yeah.
3d3, right?
Each is 3d3. Yeah. So 18.
But minus
potential.
1. So you could hypothetically fail. So roll out your 6 damage
Okay.
just before. So that's 6.
7.
6.
Oh yeah, 6.
6. There's one wound left.
Oh, use the CP to reroll that.
Okay, he's using a CP.
Command point reroll.
There. Now he's dead.
Yeah, now he's dead. Okay.
Down 5.
It's dead. It's dead.
Make him roll it, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I guess there was nothing in the
Top
rock.
of the CP.
The
No
other
jump
Super
in the
Hawks
front.
are going to fire at that squad over there.
Very good.
No. I'm going to fire the Dire Avengers first over there.
What
Yep.
happened
And
to
I'm going to use the CP for exploding 6s again.
Do the killy thing. Yep.
And have I lost any models of this unit yet? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
No, I
nope.
failed to kill him.
Nope. Damn. There.
Maybe I lost track of it, but I'll have to ask Nathan.
All right.
Ask
1,
Nathan afterwards.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Hey,
6.
Shut up, Jimbo.
8, 9,
Thanks for the follow.
10,
Good
11.
name though.
You have no minuses to hit, correct?
Nothing. No defenses.
Okay. All right.
I think some more games are finishing up.
Those are all hits.
Find
So
the
2,
scores.
4, 6, 7 extra hits from exploding 6s.
Nope.
I'm just kidding.
No score submitted.
He's
yet,
just well. You're good.
Besides the 2.
Those 6s are AP lots, right?
4.
AP 4. And what are the base ones?
If I normally wound you 2,
Okay, they did. They clearly did.
and they are going to battle focus. Whopping 5 inches.
But you're going through area terrain, so minus 3.
Yep. It's still 2. They're still closer.
Yep. They are indeed.
A friend in need is an RND. Sorry, that was stupid.
What the heck did you? What?
Why did I do
Are you
that?
good?
Why did I say
Oh
that?
my god, the kombucha's getting to you. What the heck?
Turning Super
I'm
Saiyan.
gonna fire my pistol at you first.
Sure. Which one? Wait, from who? Oh, the Kurnos pistol thing. Yeah.
Yep. So that, because it's a shuriken pistol by default, automatically wounds and automatically sets 2 mortal wounds, and this does not wound.
So he has 2 wounds left.
Okay. And then the warlocks are going to shoot their, and they are did.
I want to know what army he plays. What army he
this one
plays.
is
He's
4.
relatively new. I always like to know what people's first armies are.
You said 4 to hit?
Yeah, because he's -1.
Shut up. I feel like it's aggressive. I feel
And
like he might
strength
play
4
Space
tougher?
Marines. I'm gonna go with White
Yeah.
Scars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with White Scars.
Oh, I forgot my
CSM.
doggy.
CSM? Wow, that's a
I had my
bold
dog
move, Colin.
familiar. Where did he go?
All right. So you have 3 at -3 and 4 at -1.
So they're all 5-up involts.
Okay. And he's dead.
He's dead.
Bam, bam.
Bam, bam, thank you, man. I was so close. I was on the right track and everything. Space Wolves. That's funny.
Alright.
Baseball, nice.
I think,
I think Justin's trying to
They're
blow us.
going to.
I like it though. Keep it up, Justin.
dig it.
advance.
Yeah, me
They're
too.
going to do their battle focus
Yep.
move.
Sizzle looks sweet.
Just in case you have something that can charge me, I'd rather not.
You should
have
join our
anything
Discord
block in front- or-
and show us photos of the Space Wolves that you do them. Because I think they are a pretty army. Thank you.
That was smart because I do have something that can shoot you or can charge you.
And then Baharoth is going to shoot
What
this
did I
character.
do?
that's
Yep.
right here.
Keep boosting
I'm
the
assuming
ego.
he's dead.
That's all I need.
This seems like a reasonable assumption.
I'm hoping. Blam. All hits.
Yep. He has no saves or anything.
-2.
He's
This
dead.
was a good turn for Eldar, I'll tell you right now.
He's just dead.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
you battle focus.
I
see.
am not.
You're not battle focusing.
Not yet.
Well, I will
So you
say
can do
this.
that
He
consolidate.
is he is a balanced
He won't get
character
engaged.
for 140 points.
Not in any of the
Yeah.
table quarters.
All right, so I'm now
Not
going to
holding
charge
in any
you.
of the table quarters, I
And
believe.
there should be 1 character there, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm going to charge
Doesn't
him.
look like it.
Sure.
Nathan will get 4 in primary.
And only him. And I
I'm
should be able to do that.
assuming even if you
I rolled
don't
an
respond
8,
to
which is
spot,
more than enough.
You
Yeah.
can hold him out to the end of the round.
Yeah,
So he's going to pop
it's
in
tough
here.
though because he will score 12 on primary, both on turn 4
And
and
because
plus.
I charge, I get to go first.
If you get that.
How many attacks does he get?
I'm never going to
6
condone
attacks.
slow play. Okay.
Saying.
All hits.
Yep.
That
Nature of the beast.
actually
He is actually T4.
Yep. No,
generates an
100%.
additional hit.
But I don't think either player was intentionally playing slow here. I think they've both been playing at good speed.
And those are all.
I think they're both relatively
T4,
new
no
to the
info.
army. I know Chow doesn't play too much Genestealers. Steven hasn't
Bahara.
played a competitive event in quite a while.
All
Yeah.
right.
But they're both doing very
He
well.
has strength 4 plus 1 for the weapon, so
I
he's
think
at
if they go to
strength
time, it's only
5.
one's at fault.
-3, 2 damage
But
each.
yes,
Minus
it
3,
would
2
be
damage each. But nothing
interesting to see
special.
what happens if it goes time.
No, when he 6 to hit, he
But
got
just bringing it
additional-
down right now,
Okay, so 6 wounds.
I don't believe he'll be able to score any more on
well,
enemy
6
lines.
damage through and 2 damage.
But
on
six-
He's
twelve.
gonna
six
spend. I
dice
believe there's a
is
unit in here,
Yes,
so
6
we'll
dice
spend
is
CP to
How much?
pick up a plan down here
How
so we
good
can
is
get his
that
last
in
RNG.
defense?
Actually, that will
He's
score
leaving when he
2 more points on
consolidates.
No, like,
enemy lines,
when
my
I-
apologies.
So,
But nothing more for Enzo.
oh yeah, that's right.
You're not
We're
going
looking
to
at probably
swing.
like 6 more
'Cause he's
points on
balanced.
secondaries. And
Okay,
4
yeah.
points, maybe 8 more
That's
points
fine
on his primaries.
So that's bombs.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt
As I
it that
said
he would
before,
score
he
the
balanced
fair
because now when I consolidate,
if it's not already done.
Yay,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say it that loudly, but yeah.
Much balance.
As they are quite
Okay,
close,
so I have
I don't want to influence.
11 models plus a
decisions.
doggy. My instead of a familiar, I have a dog.
Oh.
okay.
Much pooch. Theory dog.
Okay, does that conclude your turn?
Oh, we went for a successor shot.
I have no morale
Nice,
to do because I am
Successors are really cool.
out of things.
Nearly table.
Yeah. Okay. My turn.
Yes.
So,
I hold 1 objective.
well, before you begin, Scry.
I am an idiot.
Okay.
No, do not.
Engage.
I'm just out.
These are all like just over the line.
Yeah.
So he still gets no engage.
Are they holy?
You have to be holy.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's one model that's. Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
If he.
How many primaries you got, Nathan?
Just one.
Just the one.
Okie dokie.
we can do.
Up to 3 CP.
Okay, this is battle round 4 now.
Round 4.
Just so you guys know, Nathan, you're at 48 and you're at 22.
And there's 35 minutes left of the round.
Yep.
Okay.
Enough.
Oh, yeah. There's not many models left for Nathan, so.
No.
Well, let's see what he can make out of it. I'm quite interested.
I'm more than likely going to have 3 primaries
Yes. Yeah.
for the next 2 turns.
Yep.
Which is 24 points right there.
Yep.
Okay. I'm now going to
I'm
spend a CP.
try
Yeah.
and
Okay, down to
I'm
2.
going to spend a CP and put the unit into the deep strike.
that's at the end of your turn, correct?
That's sorry.
That's at the end of your turn.
Yeah. No, that's in my movement phase.
Okay.
Like it's the end of my movement phase, but I have, like come on. So this unit is now back in reserves.
Okay.
Okay, dokie.
This is all dead. Except that one
What he
unit.
had in that building is all he has left.
1 unit. I think he has some characters hiding behind the building there.
I'm not getting a point
I made 3 big
because I don't have any crossfire markers left.
Oh, it's your turn, so you got to remember to do this.
Yep.
Because I may
Let's see
not
what the
have
fate does
the
show.
saving, or may not be guaranteed to
Turn state,
save
I
it.
guess.
Like I
Alright.
said, I may
We
not
got
be
some
guaranteed to
charges.
save. So
Some wounds.
I'm going to reroll these 2. Do not have a save.
I think he took.
Okay.
So
I
I
need to double
have
check. I think
2,
he took
2 guaranteed
hit,
wounds,
hit,
1 guaranteed
wound,
hit,
and
and 6 in the psychic.
courage.
But you shouldn't have very much left
Don't
over here.
Memorize these
I
eventually.
just need to decide what I want to do with my patriarch.
No, I'm good. Grapefruit? I hate grapefruit. Nah, not for me, man. Thank you, though. Yeah?
How good are they at fighting?
They automatically wound on 2s. They have -3 AP. They hit on 2s, automatically wound on 2s. They're gonna nuke you.
I'm gonna make it come at me. I'm just gonna wait.
Yep.
I-
Okay. So no.
I will do
psychic,
He
nothing.
has 1
no
wound,
shooting.
That's it.
Turn's
2
over.
hits,
All right.
and 1 psychic.
No ambush, no R&D, no behind enemy lines?
Nope.
All right. How many primaries you got? All?
I have 3.
All right.
I don't not all of
Do
them
you
on the board.
own all the primaries?
But you got more.
Maybe. And the other primary is dropping bombs, correct?
Yep. So you perform an action in your opponent's territory.
Cool.
If it has OBSEC, you automatically go off. If not, it goes off, I believe, at the beginning of your next command phase, as long as they're still alive. And you drop it 3 inch, or maybe it's an inch or 3 inches away from the unit. And it's worth 4 points if it survives until the end of the game.
So these guys are going to drop a bomb.
Yep.
Bomb, 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 bomb. Bomb.
I'm just gonna take a photo of this in case, because I'm sure we're gonna have Eldari back on this. So I keep track of what strand of fate.
With this.
Place or which.
Even if you take that, it doesn't matter at this point.
There's very limited
All
strategic
these games are still going on.
chicaneries left to be done here, I think.
Like, I'll double check, but I don't think anybody else has submitted scores. Yeah, that's crazy. Every game is going down to the wire. I love it.
Yeah.
Every game. It's only 2 that have submitted so far. Yeah.
Those las blasters, man, I just couldn't punch. I couldn't take their shots because they're just so las blastery.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you don't have any 6 inches heroic intervention things, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Cool. So,
Yeah, this army does that a lot.
he's also going to scry too.
Sure. You have to. Is that a psychic action?
I'm going to take a look here in a second, but that's what he's going to do.
Yeah? Well, I mean, this time you're a completely different army, to be fair. That's the cannonball for it. It's 12 o'clock! We're all dead.
Can I finish my turn in 30 minutes with my 10 models.
Can you do it? You
Oh.
have 30 minutes.
I think it's safe to say probably.
I don't know. Maybe he slow rolls it.
There's no roll for it. There's no roll. It's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. Very good.
All right, so
Then-
he's doing that.
Obviously, I cannot deny you.
But before I do that, yes. Okay, so if I move right to the edge and tow this,
So
he does
he's
the
actually
psychic
probably going to
thing.
get a 0 on primary going into his
I
turn.
can get another one next turn. What's that?
Okay,
You
very
can
good.
only do it on
Nathan's gonna
objectives.
get-
That's why I haven't
Nathan's
been
gonna
doing
get
it.
a
He's
zero
out
on
here
primary,
hanging
going
around,
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
twiddling himself.
There's no obstacle, I believe, on his whole
Twiddling
point.
himself. All right.
And he just chucked like 4 or 5 bikes up there, so I think there's only a character hiding back.
Psychic powers. I don't really have
It's
any.
a warp charge for psychic action.
Are you talking about the
Strive
Strive,
Future?
Strive Fate? Yeah, so it's War Charge 4. You perform it on any objective. It goes up by 1 every time you perform it.
Can I perform it across like everywhere?
You can do it once per turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, you can only do it on one objective
Oh.
per...
And that fit.
Okay, so I'm gonna CP reroll that.
Sure.
Because I'm an idiot and didn't use this.
There we go. So now you're going to use that for your reroll.
6.
Yeah,
And
okay,
I
he's got
Guaranteed
it.
7. There's 12.
Well, now I
We
cannot
don't
deny
stand
you.
fight
Can
days
you
on
perils on a psychic action?
I
You
don't
didn't
perils
yeah.
on first.
You can, but yeah.
First, you're
It acts just like a psychic test.
Yeah. Okay, so now he's
So
now
I
he's,
use the CP because I'm an idiot. All right. But I don't really have anything to shoot. There's no targets. I've stopped him. I'm in. I'm
You're
in.
You're in all 4
three
corners?
table corners
two
because I
quarters.
screwed up.
These guys are still outside now. I
No.
wouldn't be so picky about it, but I'm losing, so I'm going to be picky.
Fair.
So that unit is not all the way over.
Yeah, they have to be more
You
than
don't
6
have
in
a
the center.
qualifying unit in this one because
Okay,
of that.
whatever. It's
So
not
you
gonna
have
matter. I'm
you
still
have
gonna
these two.
win. Yeah,
So no,
it doesn't matter.
damage.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, you got the 3 on Scry Futures.
So I got Scry, and I dropped the bomb for primary, secondary.
Wait,
That fails on a. Do they have offset?
No, it stays till the end of the turn. It doesn't.
No, but they fail on a. If they don't have offset, they fail on a 4.
I think that's just to diffuse. You might want to double check the book.
I literally just read it. I will read this to you now.
All right.
Okay.
This is tear down the icons, right?
I've only ever performed with an
So
object in it.
one
I'm not gonna
unit
lie.
within range of nope, that's defuse. Oh, sorry, no, that was the diffuse
Yeah,
action.
the diffuse
No,
action.
you're- carry on, sir.
All right.
It has to
Perfect.
survive until the next command phase. I'm just saying.
All right, cool. How many primaries you get there, Nathan?
0.
0 primary.
I get no. I have this one.
No, you don't. I have more models than you.
Oh yes, you do. Of course, yeah. Okay.
All right, and you get a CP up to 3.
Use those wisely.
Okay.
All right, battle round 5.
Now I could action, or the primaries are 4 points,
Correct.
but he already scores max primary next turn anyways, and he's second, so I don't care about taking him off objectives. So what I care about is scoring points, which would be Nachmund data in that corner.
My gosh, guys, I think you figured it out.
Can I take your phone away? I
You'll get
deploy
4 for
Nachmund
that. You'll
data.
get 2 for behind enemy lines.
I am 9 inches away from you, presumably. I deploy my Nachmund.
And you
for-
get 2.
So I get the 4 max Nachmund, and I get 2 behind enemy lines.
Yep.
And I have my turn. Oh, wait, no, that's a lie. I will move this. I mean,
Yes. There's
I
more.
don't think there's anything else I can do of note, right? Because if I move out, you're already taking this objective. So I might as well just kill some psychers, I guess. All right, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. You know what? Let's fight both of them. Let's do it. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm not
Like
that
that's brave.
Badass you.
He's going for the morale kill here.
Leroy Jenkins. Okay. Let's start with psychic power. I'm going to cast a psychic power on myself for +1 attack.
All right.
Goes up on a 6.
Wait.
I'm definitely in range.
I don't
now.
know. I want to spend my doggo to reroll
Oh, he's gonna spend his familiar.
All right,
He's gonna reroll.
Dog's dead.
and fail.
That fails.
Okay, and next fight. Which passes.
What a terrible dog.
So he denies on it.
Oh,
Nope.
it failed.
I smite you.
So
I spent the dog. The doggo did not help.
That dog just ran away.
So yeah, it's
Okay,
a 10 point upgrade.
D3 1
You put a familiar on the Patriarchy or the Magus, and
Think I
you
killed the bike?
reroll one failed psychic, or actually just reroll one psychic test.
Jeez.
Yes, he brought a dog to show that he has familiar. Not mandatory, but
Doggy.
it's cute.
Which camera's up right now?
Oh.
Doggy. Okay. Yeah, in this army, all the familiars are dogs. That's how I
Nice.
justified the mini Genestealer.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. Charge phase. I charge your warlocks. Would you like to Overwatch?
How many CP do I have?
4.
I'm going to Overwatch.
Might as well. Like, you have nothing else to spend them on.
What else? Yeah.
Now it's just to see if these guys can spend all their CP.
1. Auto wounds.
1 auto wounds. I have a 4 invulnerable save.
Oh,
I failed. I take a wound.
I think I saw every die there.
Don't remember how many wounds he has. I'm just gonna count up for now until I remember. Okay, so I failed the +1 attack power, but he actually I should actually look up his profile. I never actually get a fight with this guy. Things just always like go wrong.
Should actually charge.
Where are you moving him first?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do my charge first. Yeah.
He made it. What a shock. There's no wire weave net on the bikes.
There we go.
Oh, that was awesome.
And then
That was very good.
so he has 6 attacks. I failed the +1 power, and I reroll hit rolls, and I reroll wound rolls, and wound rolls of it's clearly all just but 6s to hit wound are damage 3.
Looking for more scores. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. So Leo actually lost by 1 point into the
rolls?
Chaos Knights matchup.
Wow,
Chow into
Chow
Chaos Knights.
losing by 1 point to Chaos
And I will
Knights.
see
And
supplies.
Bill took out the win with his Eldar versus
Nope,
Space.
so
Oh, no,
2
Death Guard
at
actually.
3,
Anton brought Death Guard
and
today.
Yeah,
3
dude.
at
96-33.
Yeah, super.
kill them.
These
Kill the
games have
lights.
been kind of a blowout. I think we chose the right one for the camera.
Yeah.
Actually, this one, I would have loved to watch the Chaos Knights versus Chow match.
Yeah, that was
It's got
I
a. He has a
will-
freaking
I'm not gonna
hammerhead.
consolidate, like, he's gonna stay on the objective, I guess, but okay, it's your turn.
Sorry?
Well, I actually don't score these at the beginning, so
Yep, that's the accurate score right
I have
now.
to make sure I'm on them at the end of the turn.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I just wanted to kill something with my
So the
patriarch.
power on 5, so score 12 at the end of the turn, but you can just mark
You
it
already
down
have. You're
now.
gonna score all 15 objectives.
Yep.
Like you only need
I'm
to
just
hold 3
waiting
to
because
hold 2.
Nathan has one, but we're not trying to say it.
But you only need to hold 2 to hold 3, hold more, or hold 2, hold more.
can just
So if
tell
you
them
hold
that,
2,
but yeah.
you win. Well, like you get your primary. So don't bother holding any other than that.
And he has no prisoner to score up, but I think it'll be 9. I think I counted it up. Yep. It's actually very close, but yeah. Sorry?
They haven't scored that one.
They haven't scored no
They haven't
prisoners
scored
yet.
they haven't scored the no prisoners or the bombs yet.
Yeah. So it's going to Aeldari, but still very close. And they should try to squeeze out every last point again. So
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
exactly.
That was a, that
Hey
was
Nate,
Yeah.
do you mind just tallying up no prisoners?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, quickly reload.
It's not. Don't characters and vehicles don't count, right?
Correct. Yeah, no characters and vehicles. Yep.
No, so 10,
It's
10
only just
20, 25, 45, 65, 75, 87 points of no prison. 87
Is that including this?
That does not include those things.
Not included?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you want to just check it out for 9 right now, and we'll adjust it if possible. Oh. Scroll down. Oh, refresh the page. I think they just finished. Oh, they didn't submit it.
How many points am I on right now?
54
54.
to 58.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you still have a bomb? Yeah.
It'll be. Yeah, I think he's gonna get it.
Oh yeah. So this is he has a bomb too, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried, but
Yeah,
this
no, it was
armor's
super
just
close.
Too,
Hey,
too...
what happened to your Genestealers?
Oh, they just died.
When did they come back down?
They came back down and they got shot by the stupid
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Striking, swooping hop.
Oh, okay.
I misused their comeback. I should have put all the fire into the. I shouldn't have split fired.
Yeah.
And then because it made the charge harder.
Yep.
I killed the fire prism. I wasn't expecting to, and then but I didn't kill the Exarch. So I should have put more fire into the Exarch and let the Genestealers take out the fire prism.
Sorry? So Cody Fleet is playing Death Guard, and Colton McGinnis, I'm not sure if he'll make.
1, 2.
I want to say Eldar. Oh, don't do that. Colton McGinnis is...
4.
Ooh, Sisters. So the Sisters win 94 to 33 against Death Guard.
1,
And we have our
2,
champ
3.
playing Grey Knights with a 100-point win over Orcs. I think it's 77, I think it said. I demand usual twin axe? What? Alright,
You finish your stuff. I'm just gonna start trimming things.
and it looks like we have Tyranids versus Eldar finishing up, so once we get that score, I don't think they submitted, I think they're going over the TR right now. Yeah, I just said that. 73 to 100, yeah.
Nice.
Our champ
so
picking
good
up that
another
clutch
bomb down.
win against one of, I would say, a stronger player.
These guys. Okay, so I'm into my psychic phase. I'm actually not going to do anything in the psychic phase. I'm going to shoot you with the swooping hawks.
Okay. I'm gonna make you do it because we have. No, we're not doing anything else.
2, 3.
So I think he's not even caring about the 10 guys in the back here, so I think he will score 9. No,
6,
yeah. Looks like it.
7, 8.
It was a really good game.
It was a great game to start off with. And I got to have my fun of watching Genestealer, sorry.
Any minuses to hit or anything like that?
We picked with some brain, don't worry. Yeah, we smart. We smart over here.
Big brain play.
Yep.
T5 though, eh?
T5. He's a patriarch. He's the big boy.
So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17.
Okay, well, the very last roll of the game requires.
All I'm saying is, if you compare him to Knights next round, I'm not putting you on camera.
Sweet God Emperor, forgive your servant his sins, and remember that I am just a man.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, we have
It was an effective prayer.
Yeah?
I took, out of all that, only 6. So, you know, the prayer, but I think he only 6 moves.
Well, you already took 1, that put
Oh, yeah.
7.
Yeah, I will.
I'm
double
refreshing the
check.
West Coast pairing up. I want to see
And then,
if we
He has
get that
7
pairing.
wounds.
If we get that
cool,
score
so
up
he
there.
is dead.
So because he overwatched, he's dead. So that was a good overwatch.
And then I'm going to come over here
Yeah. And score your engage.
and score essentially every single thing I have.
Yeah. Except your, you explicitly said you're not doing anything in psychic. You didn't do your psychic action.
Yeah, that's why he's there.
But you haven't done it. You said you skipped the psychic phase. It's okay. You could do it. It's not going to make a point difference now. Just do it. But I still get to deny because I'm not dead yet.
You're going to deny it.
It goes up on a 5.
Do I have CP left?
Did he roll a 4 for it?
You rolled a 4.
Yeah, it goes up on a 5. So you get +1. You
Well, then
get
he
+1
fails.
every time.
If he beat it.
It doesn't matter. All right, so I'm controlling every single objective
Yep,
on the
you get
table.
12 points.
All
Yep.
5 of them. Just for
Sure, you
spite.
got every single one.
That was just spite.
Yeah, no, fair.
I dropped down a bomb this turn,
Yep, so you get 4 points for the
and I'm
mission.
in all 4 table quarters
So you'll get
with more than 3 models.
Yep, so you'll get 3 there for engage. You'll get 4 for detonate. Nate, I think you have a bomb still, correct?
Yes, I still have this bomb.
So he'll also get 4. So,
And that's it.
and you didn't scry futures?
I failed.
Okay,
You
cool.
only get 4 points per bomb.
Per bomb, yeah.
All right, so he'll get 8 points for this.
All right, so at the end of, do you have 2 bombs or just 1? 2. Okay, my apologies.
All right.
So at the end of the score, it looks like it's Nathan Chow at 58 to Steven with his Aeldari at 69. Great game, guys.
Magic
Well
number.
played.
Great game.
Great game, guys. All right, so that's going to be it for this match. We're going to take a little
That
break
was-
here. And we
I,
will...
I needed to find a
Going
way
back
around
after
the
lunch.
sleeping pots.
Yeah?
Like, I just couldn't. There's no. I didn't have.
How do you play against something that doesn't have a counter?
Like, there's just. Genestealer cults don't. Like, I could have taken Brood Brothers and taken a bunch of, like, quad motors. But then I have Guard and quad motors. And
Yeah,
Guard
but
is
then
that.
you're also designing it for this one list. What happens
Yeah.
when you fight knights?
Right? I mean, to be fair, the quad motors or the quad guns do like they get Hammer of the Emperor, so they do auto wound on 6s. So you know.
Awesome, great game, guys.
Thank you. It was good.
It was fun.
All right, guys, stick around for the next game. It's going to be coming up at 1:30 Atlantic Standard Time,
missed.
12:30 Eastern.